10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's good, man? What's good? What's good? What's goody, man? We back, man. The king is back, man. I know y'all niggas miss me, man.
Shit.
I know y'all miss me, but I'm back, man. Juice in the building, Playworld Radio. Who the fuck we got in here today, man?
There ain't know what the fuck going on. It's like, no, it's not. It's your boy Sweater Poet, man. Me and this bitch. Got somebody special here, man. Got my boy Squally in the building, man. Shout out to Squally.
What's up?
We got somebody else special, man. We've been telling y'all about, you've been hearing about the myth and the legend, but I'll go ahead and let him introduce himself.
What's up, y'all, man? It's your neighborhood hope dealer, Papa Hodge. You feel me? How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all guys doing?
I like that. We might gotta turn that into a little brand, like a little slogan. Neighborhood hope dealer. I like that. That's hard.
You feel me?
That on a nice little trucker. Hey, be tuned in. I like that neighborhood hope dealer. That drew me in. I'm like, damn, what's he about?
You feel?
Hope dealer.
You feel me?
Dealer hope.
So what's behind that?
Shoot, man. You feel me? This is how I see it, man. It's so much bullshit in the world. You know? I just feel as though I want to be the change I want to see. And what I want to see is positivity. You feel me? Sharing love, spreading unity, giving knowledge, wisdom, growing, authenticity. You feel me? Just keeping it real, man. You know?
I just wanted to make sure that hope wasn't cut with the fence. You know what I mean? You feel me? Make sure that shit's pure. Pure hope. That the people just want to know they can believe in you. That's it.
Come on, man.
Ain't cutting the hope with the fence.
Come on,
It's
man.
authentic, pure.
Feel me? It's all I know. Nothing short of it. Hey, real quick though, before we get deep into, I just got one question for y'all though.
Okay.
You feel me? Can I just get y'all to give me one thing y'all thankful for today?
I'm thankful for today.
Talk to me.
I'm thankful for today.
Come on.
That's what I'm thankful for.
Come
Thankful
on.
for the day, man, because every day is a new day to be better than who you were yesterday. So, when it comes down to it, you just got to be thankful for those moments to rewrite the wrongs.
Talk about
The never loss is always lessons. And tomorrow just is the next day you get to rewrite those wrongs. So you always got to be grateful for that.
Come on, I love it.
It's not about what you do today, it's who you become tomorrow. That's what I'm thankful for. That's what a poet.
Two things, nigga.
Talk to me.
What else, nigga?
He said two. You said two.
Oh, I
I
thought
said
you.
one or two. I mean,
Oh, you said one. I'm like, I ain't hear it too.
More than
Like,
that,
yeah.
though, you know what
I
I'm
thought
saying?
you said two. I thought he said two.
He said what?
I thought he said. That's it. You feel me?
What up, nigga?
I'm grateful for all of the camera equipment and shit I got, because that shit expensive as a motherfucker, and that shit is my livelihood.
Come on. Quality, baby. You know what I'm saying? I love it. What about you, bro?
I'm thankful for this opportunity, having a space that we can all come together, share ideas, and grow amongst with each other.
Come on.
I love it. I love it. I love it. First and foremost, you feel me? Always thankful for life. Always thankful to have, breath in my lungs, another opportunity at life. And more importantly today, man, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to grow. I'm thankful for the opportunity to have such great people around me. Being able to watch people grow and have like-minded people around myself, that just chasing number elevation every single day, staying in motion. You dig what I'm saying?
I'm getting these links right, man. Sharing these links. I gotta get them out there so we can.
So go hood. Yeah, XE in this bitch now, man. He's here permanently. Tap in. We just built the fucking dream team. You know what the fuck going on. I'm sorry, Mom, if you see this, I get hyped. I pop my shit sometimes. She be trying to tell me tone down on the sailor words, but yeah, it's late. I get excited. We think things to be excited about, man. Hey, Hodge, let the people kind of know a little bit about your brand and what you do. You know what I'm saying? What they can, what the people in the A can look forward to with you.
Yeah, let them know why you out here. Let them know, hey, what's up,
face
man.
on the block, new kid on the block. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna go ahead and interview you, man. So for the people first time tapping in, you know what I'm saying? Where you from?
Hey man, Suffolk, Virginia, man. 757. You already know what's going on, man. If you hear the passion in my voice, that should just let you know what type of time and how I feel about where I come from, and you know, it made me who I am today. You dig what I'm saying?
You said Suffolk, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
That's North Virginia, or
Suffolk, Virginia. So out there by Norfolk, Virginia, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, Newport News.
757.
no? I said is that North Virginia or
Oh no,
So
that's
that's
southeast.
Southeast?
Yeah.
Type shit. Okay, what's it like growing up out there?
Shoot, man, just honestly, but a bunch of culture for real. A bunch of free creatives. I feel like where I'm from is a nice melting pot. Get a lot of influence from the South, get a lot of influence from the North, the DMV, all that good stuff. So just a fun melting pot, you know, kind of the same as anywhere else. Your usual struggles and all that good stuff, but good energy to be around.
Type shit. You grew up with mom and pops or just mom?
A little bit of both. Pops was there till around about 3rd, 5th grade. Step pops slid right up in there though, so you know, had a 2-parent household for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And how you get into like what you into now and shit? Like what?
Shoot, man, if I'm being honest with you, when Trayvon Martin died, bro, that just really changed my life. My father always just preached to me about, you know, the systematic racism in this world we got to deal with and all that good stuff. But, and, you know, you grow up, you know, learning about history all the time. But to see something like that happen in real time, in real life, like, understanding that we're not too far removed from those crazy ass systematic racism, and blatant racism and all that good stuff. You know, that just changed my life and kind of sparked my journey to finding my purpose. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I want to say around like senior year, I used to spend so much time like pointing the finger at everybody, saying, you know, what we should do, what people need to do, this and the third. Then I seen a quote that said, you know, be the change you want to see. Yeah. You know, so instead of pointing the finger, I just looked in the mirror like, what am I going to do to contribute to what I want to see in this world?
Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up, like, what type, like, how you had it? Like, was it the struggle? Was it the what you, like, how you came up?
Man, struggle was our middle name, man. You know, I feel like that's another thing that makes me so hungry. Is because, you know, just going without, you know, it gives you that hunger to have in general. And then for me, being the oldest, basically of 8 siblings, my want goes beyond just for me.
Mm-hmm.
It goes for my family. So I live for my family. And then when I started caring about other people, it kind of just transitioned to that too. Living for other people, wanting to look out for other people, make sure that other people, everybody around me is well, good, growing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to see people, you know, and you know, everything is perspective. So it's like, you know, the idea of going without.
Talk to the mic too.
On my phone. Yeah. The idea of going without, you know, it's kind of like neither here nor there. I feel as though you just simply get everything that you want out of life. So whatever makes you happy, whatever that looks like, that's what you should have. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like my gift is helping people find that strength to chase what they truly want. Helping people find that hope for their life. Helping people find the purpose for their life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want out of this shit though? Like, what you like?
Shoot, man. The main goal, bro, is basically just to see the new Black Wall Street be recreated, man. I want to see, you know, multiple establishments with just minority businesses sticking together, changing the community for the better, showing love to one another, and just sticking together, man. Like, I feel like unity amongst minorities will solve a lot of issues that we complain about.
Now, you say Black Wall Street. Mm-hmm. Do you want funds from white people when it comes to Black Wall Street?
Can be a little bit of both. Cause my thing is,
nah.
Look, you gonna cut it, dead it right there. He dead it right there.
I was waiting for it.
Talk to
I was
me.
waiting for
Talk to me.
it.
Homie, that's out.
Talk to me.
We ain't taking no money from the white man.
No
man.
white funyuns.
Like my man Dane said, you're not the boss unless you put the money up. You feel me? Like, but not like if we start a Black Wall Street though, like you know that come with a lot of other businesses and shit like that. Like essentially, there would be no white dollars to, you know what I'm saying, unless they invest in the Black Wall Street, you know. But like,
I ain't gonna lie, and see that's an interesting perspective when we talk about that because it's like on one hand, the generic way we know of doing things is going to get the white man's money, using it to our advantage, and eventually, you know, dripping off. Mm-hmm. But, you know, what I would love to see us create is for, you know, these future entrepreneurs, they don't have to go to the white man to get their money. They can go to people that look just like them that would give them the same opportunity.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You said you working with white people.
For sure, but that's only because I don't, and it may be because of my lack of research, but I just don't see that resource of people that look like us that's willing to give those opportunities.
Yeah, but I'm saying to create a Black Wall Street, you can't work with white people.
Why you feel that?
In the no, I'm gonna say this. When it comes to using resources, maybe to help create it, I don't know, fucking putting the AC units or some shit like that. Yeah, but like the actual funding of it. You can't do that because just off of fucking American history and human history, the same hand that I can give food to, I can do this to, type shit. So you don't want to do that. And honestly, nigga, when they didn't even feed the hand, nigga, they still spanked them. So it's like, I really feel like I see no reason to take that type of funding. You know what I'm saying? Now, it all depends, too, though. Like, are you saying Black Wall Street in the sense of that branding idea or an actual Black Wall Street, like how they had tried to create a black stock market? Because at that point, literally, you wouldn't be taking white money. It would be based around black businesses and people investing in shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The black businesses and shit. But if it's on some shit like, because they actually have some shit in Atlanta called the Black Wall Street Market place. I don't know if you heard of that, but it's like a big-ass building full of black businesses. You heard of that, Squally? Yeah. It's like a big ass building full of black businesses and shit like that. So if you talk some shit like that, then yeah. So which way was you talking about? Like an actual black stock market or?
I need both of those.
Okay, well, yeah, black stock market, then for one, that's what the black community need. And for two, yeah, it could be no white funding in that. You know, they could invest in. I mean, no, they can't even invest. They just have to be consumers and people buying stocks, trying to buy. Which honestly could arguably be on the table to where they may not be allowed to do that.
Yeah, it is kind of like it is kind of contradicting in a sense to use. It's kind of like with HBCUs and kind of why they're stagnant and don't grow. It's because they're still based off of the major universities and the Pell Grants from the state, which are funded by white people. So with that, in a sense, it does come with limitations and expectations and the chance for them to, you know, revert to their natural state, like I always speak of when it comes down to monies. But on the other hand, I do understand society and the way that contracts and shit work. So it is also extremely hard to get certain backing and opportunities for your people without their hand involved because they control so many assets.
Sure.
So in that aspect, like it's I'm not gonna say in the sense that it's impossible, but you know that's like you say though. That's to me the way I kind of look at it is you have to use their dollar to create your own dollar.
And let me ask you this real fast: are you talking about when you say you're gonna work with them, like, are you talking about white people, white civilians, or the government? Because them is two different types of white people.
Both. Because this is my thing, right? This is how I see it, right?
Can't work with the government.
My thing is to create separation. Yeah. But even though we're separated, doesn't mean that we can't mess with each other. You know what I'm saying? We can work together all day. But just understand where your money is going and what it's being used for. The people. You dig what I'm saying? Now, just because you have a different skin tone doesn't mean that you're necessarily against what I stand for. And just because you have a different skin tone doesn't mean that I'm going to stand against you. You dig what I'm saying? If you understand the cause, you know what's going on, and you would like to contribute to it, great. 100%. But understand that we're working together, and I'm not working for you.
Yeah, it's a partnership type shit. All right, but even when you a partnership, they still have say so. They need to be working under us. That's what I say. Unless they installing the AC units or some shit like that, then yeah, that's cool. But like the reason I ask white people or the government, because yeah, you can work with white people, white standalone civilians who are cool with being investors and shit like that have no actual control and have no white supremacist level powers. You get what I'm saying? Working with the government is where shit gets sticky, because now they're controlling the laws of our shit. You know what I'm saying? They can shut our shit down to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, working with them is not a problem. Working with white people, you know what I'm saying? But then, like I say, that may be even on the table of, should a Black Wall Street accept white dollars? Because essentially the stock market is investing to gain ownership. These motherfuckers own everything already. So if we have a bunch of black businesses on the market, and you're going to have white millionaires coming in there to invest to gain ownership and shares in black companies, we're literally laying the fucking alley-oop for them to take all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and they're smart with that game. So, nigga, even if they were just doing it not maliciously, literally just on some business shit. Well, now a black man just lost his business, even though he might be 30 million up and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's black business just lost type shit. And the reason, and I heard Dame say this too, like, because you know the purpose of building a business is to sell it. But and the point black people have got to now, we need to create businesses that sustain and give us more cultural resilience. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just be starting shit to sell it. We need to start shit because we're so far behind. We need to play catch up. We need niggas, black men, a black doorknob company, shit, black door. We need every little thing that these motherfuckers do. I guarantee there's no black company that make plastic bottles or something. They just make, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to, and then on top of that, we need to go next level with it. Because, all right, supporting black businesses was cool, but now we need to start supporting black manufacturers. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, it's counterproductive if we supporting black businesses, but everything they get is from a white manufacturer. You know what I'm saying? Or an Asian manufacturer type shit, Asian vendor. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be just counterproductive. So, and if we don't have enough black manufacturers, that's what we need to start getting into as well. Like how the black business wave was a thing. All right, well, now niggas like us need to start making warehouses where there's black mass production going on for shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no point in these black girls starting fucking all these nail companies and tech companies and hair companies and shit. And I'm proud of my black sisters, but if ultimately their vendors are Asians and white people.
But you know, too, that would also have to involve a way without exploiting your own people, because that's all that this shit is. Is like, in order for you to produce mass, someone has to get exploited. Someone has to be underpaid. So it's like, are you willing to have mass production and not pay your people adequately in order to still produce at the same level as them? Or do you just play the same game as them? Because this is, I gotta be very careful how I say this, but at the end of the day, I'd rather underpay anybody but my own people. So, like, because at the end of the day, the Asians and all them, they don't fuck with us. They just appropriate our culture. Everybody just taking from each other. That's cool. We could continue to play that game. I'd rather lowball them than lowball my own people just to
I don't think
the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it has to be someone underpaid. I think it has to be a partnership in another country with black people. Okay. So either we establish a out of country thing shit where shit is cheaper for them while they living over there, so they can. It's basically you feel me, a backdoor route type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if we have a black person with a building in Asia, so they're already over there getting the pieces for the low for us to buy. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Or someone in Africa already doing it, because that's where all of this shit is coming from. It's not. No, I ain't gonna say that for everybody, because Nike definitely has shit in the Philippines and shit, work underpaying kids and shit. So some places it is just a straight underpay, but some places this is where it's cheap. This is where it's made at. So that's why it's cheap type shit. And these are the people that had to control that, and they ship it. That's why, and that's why it's cheap type shit. So we need to get people in other places. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole plan for real. But I definitely agree with that. If anybody, and that is one gripe I've had with it, like, is it so bad not underpaying people, but like underpaying motherfuckers? Like, if we're paying the Asians, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I would rather as long as the dollar's not ending in a white American's hand, I'm not really mad at it, like,
because they hate them motherfuckers just
type shit, like, because I thought about it, like, I mean, that is their shit for us to pay for, and so. It's not white people doing it,
So my thing is, like, how do we go about creating that infrastructure? Because, like, say for us, right, we're looking to start these, black-owned businesses, these things of that nature, but we don't want to go get tied in with the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where do we go now to find the same resources to back us?
We don't need government backing.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying, with that being said, where do we go?
As far as it depends, whatever lane, whatever we're trying to do. We just got to go ahead and build it, type shit. We got to go around them.
But at the end of the day, though,
real quick,
what?
I want to say this though, right? So, like, how I'm looking at it, right? Let's just say I need $10,000 to start this business.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to sit here and create all these different ways to raise this $10,000? Or do I want to just go find the source that looks like me to give me $10,000 as a loan, just like the government would do? That's what I'm talking about. Like, there should be, I feel like, black banks. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you should go to your people and be able to get the same amount of loan and backing that the government would give you. But right now, we don't got that. So that's why I'm like,
in a sense,
you have to use the resources available right now to kind of create the infrastructure that you are looking for. So, like, in a sense, too, you kind of also have to take their game and use it the way that they use it. Like, it's all a system, and it can only manipulate you when you're ignorant. You know what I'm saying? If you, like I say, if you dot your I's and cross your T's, and you get the nonprofit loans and things of this nature, like, that's money that could be written off in taxes and so, and you were above the 8 ball. That's all the game that they play. You just got to play it like them and figure out how to make it work for you. Like,
that's a fact.
At the end of the day, the government isn't really white or black; it's green.
Big fact.
They're a company.
Yeah, they're a company.
And so that's why I think, like, I don't mind working with the government to build that infrastructure that I'm trying to get to eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just the predicament we in is like...
I think the only issue that it'll be is within our community, a lot of us are just not mentally prepared for that. So you might come across somebody that you feel like that's up there, but he Uncle Ruckus. You know what I'm saying? So he just there. They put him up on that pedestal and say, oh, we're going to give you all this money, pass it down to your folks.
Yeah.
So we can... basically getting it from the back end. So that's the main thing we have to look out for. Is this person authentically really for us or not?
Yeah, nah, facts.
Yeah.
And, like, to speak to what you were saying about, people having like someone to come to, I agree with Mike. Like, right now we're in the position to where, like, using their infrastructure to, like, use it for that and help build what we got to build so people can have that type shit. But, like, the shit you're building shouldn't have nothing, like, you're using their shit now, but what you're building shouldn't be based off what they will do for you as well.
For sure. You
know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, because like I say, if you're going to take their funding, then they can ultimately shut that shit down. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, we gotta work with them because they exist next to us. You know what I'm saying? But, like, we don't need them type shit.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, in a sense, like, when you had made a point, and I was kind of like, that might be bad as far as when you was like, in a sense, like, I believe, like, it's not like a fuck it, you can call it segregation, like, but I do believe, like you said, if we could find a system that works where we're adequately getting reparations for the the work that we're putting in. And we go to our community, they go to their community, but the money still cycles as one. Because at the end of the day, we're all still humans, and we have to eat. We have to get gas. There are going to be common spaces that we have to share. That's just completely, at the end of the day, like, no matter how you want to spin it, it's only but so many gas stations and so many this. Like, you're going to have to share common spaces. So, as far as at least maybe business wise too, when it comes to loans and backing, like, it's gonna only be one source. It's only 1%. It's only 5 families running this motherfucker. It's 5 families running this shit, bro. Like, it ain't. It's a billion people. So, like, at the end of the day, this shit all kind of really loops back to the same shit. So it's like maybe working. It's just getting that agreements, man, and the toughest part is going to be fighting their greed. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to. What they won't say is that they don't want to give up everything that they've taken. They want to, act like they understand and kind of play that role through, like, we're not our ancestors, etc. But it's like, you are, because we're our ancestors. So it is what it is. Like, deep down inside, they can't deny their DNA. That's why they make the decisions that they do. It's passed down. It's generational curses. They got them too.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Based off American history, that's why I just don't want to work with them. Like, in the long run, and I feel like you was talking about earlier, like, why we need our own space in America. You know what I'm saying? Our own.
Oh shit, we got some comments.
We need our own cutout area of this motherfucker. But comments say that's absolutely correct. Control entire production line and establish a way to upscale business model. Examples: water bottles, labels, trucking business to deliver, and the salesman and the marketing. Yeah, so basically saying, like, we need the whole production line to be black. You know what I'm saying? Other than just the selling of it. And he said, unfortunately, we have to create a wow factor to get our community to buy in.
Yeah. Because there's people doing it, like what he was saying about the water bottles and things like that. There's literally a way you can buy into it. And there are black people buying into these things, but they're not being talked about enough.
I feel like motherfuckers stop somewhere along the way. Motherfuckers stop trusting the process of shit. And they can buy in. It's more, to me, it's not about buying, it's about staying in.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people will gravitate to what's hot in the moment. It's about grasping that attention. And we know right now, attention span is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
But that's why I was saying, kind of like I was saying earlier, that kind of speaks to what I was saying when I was like, I plan on doing shit where Lil Durk performing, but Dr. Umar speaking at. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like going to be my little...
Bridging the gap.
Yeah, wow factors to kind of, you know what I'm saying, whoop you in, but then swindle you type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, get you that information type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Or getting, like, those two kind of people to sit down and kind of have a forum.
Yeah, I was even going to say, even the way that I want Dr. Umar to talk, even, like, I can't control, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would put him in a situation where it would be intriguing for young niggas to watch. I got to say young niggas, because that's who I'm talking about. Not no young kids. No, I'm talking about young niggas.
They the ones that going to root. They next in line. So,
yeah, so, like, I needed to be in a way where, like, I got to get him when he talking that shit. Like, I got to put him in situ, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Damn near, like, I ain't going to lie, even if it had to be, like, a Charleston White face-off with a rapper or something, or you know what I'm saying? Like, they need to feel this anger, like, which we have to control, too, though, because we can't. Like, we don't want to infuriate. Because I ain't going to lie, listen. Y'all know how, like, as y'all started to learn more and more about Black history, like, more and more, the real shit, y'all kind of get this, like, a little anger, you know what I'm saying? Type little shit, like, towards white and towards your own people for being so ignorant. And then it's like, you know, as we teach that, if that shit happens collectively, like, that can be bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a sense of, I'm really saying bad for white people, but but at the same time, I don't want it to get that violent because I know how mad I was, and collectively, it'll make black people who actually want to do something to white people. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be like a balance of, like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all this:
just a balance, because motherfuckers will go crazy.
Do y'all actually think that we can get to that level we're speaking on without casualties, without war? That's the only way that leaders of this world respond to is by stepping on shit. Ain't no peace treaty ever solved anything. It's broken alliances, but it's never mended them.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm pro Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying?
Let's really get into it though. Like people don't people say they stand for a cause, but don't be willing to die for it. You ain't really standing.
Yeah, I've always said the way that I'm gonna die is the government is gonna kill me. Like I've literally always said that since a kid, because I'm gonna go so crazy with just fixing the black community. They're gonna be like, we have to take this nigga out. But that was the third part of my plan, though.
That's an honorable death, brother.
That was the third part of my plan, though. Like when I was talking about earlier, like yo, and then if it has to come to it, niggas gonna go to war, like. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? But like we might have to come with war, and I don't want.
We might gotta go to war to get the Black Wall Street back.
Yeah, like
because don't forget they burnt that shit down. I want it back in blood.
Yeah, like.
And so that's why too, like that's why like even more reason why I chose the path I'm choosing with the life coaching and public speaking, because it's like it's one thing to start the businesses and show y'all guys, but it's the mindset. You dig what I'm saying? Like we can start the businesses in the Black Wall Street, but we need the community and the people to invest in that. We need the community and people to understand the bigger picture, why we are doing this. You understand? And like you're saying, because we already know, like our minds are already on that tight time, so we already know once we start going further down this path, it's about to get more dangerous. And a lot of the times our people, because we lack hope for true equality and freedom, once shit start getting dangerous, we bailing out.
Right.
This shit too, I'm good. Nah.
But that's why we have to present the mission in a certain way to where motherfuckers understand the importance of ain't no backing out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to, it has to be, and this is how I know it can be done, because if slaves didn't have TV and fucking forms of public communication, and they were able to collectively feel a resentment and know that we got to get the fuck out of this shit and stuck to that plan, nigga, we can do it with all the fucking resources and communication we got. We just have to spark that feeling in motherfuckers to know like this is not okay. Like I just don't think collectively as a people we realize this shit is not okay. That's like a lot of motherfuckers is comfortable. You feel me? Subconsciously, I can't blame them for it, but like, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? I have family members where it's like they just living like to work, like and eat and sleep and take care of their kids and celebrate holidays.
You know why I can't blame them though? It's because anytime something happens on the grand scale of things, we get to crying and complaining about this was wrong and this was wrong and this was wrong. But my thing is, it's the same shit, different toilet. We've been hearing the same story over and over and over again. How long are we gonna keep crying about it?
As long as all right. I understand what you're saying. It's our fault as I think parents now, to where they not like fully instilling, you know, because once you get older, like you should have a sensible brain to instill certain things in your kids. But like I can't really say it's our fault, my personal opinion, because there's systematic, that I say it's subconsciously. The conscious motherfuckers who doing shit, yes, it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? But there's systematic things in place that subconsciously make us self-hate each other. You know what I'm saying? Make us go against each other. Make us ignorant, you know what I'm saying? And all of these things play a part, whether a motherfucker know it or not, type shit, you know what I'm saying? And it the byproduct of it is our community.
Like think about it like this, like to how brainwashed we really are. Like
you go. Said, that's what I'm looking for.
Like,
yep.
We go against each other. We rob, steal, and kill from each other, from people in the same environment as you.
Exactly.
You're thinking you're getting one up from somebody that's walking to the same bus stop as you do every day. A couple hundred, a couple thousand, and a chain or fresh white Air Forces does not just mean material things. Does not just mean someone is living better than you in a sense of actual assets and having wealth. Like that is part of the trap. That is the illusion that they use to confuse the mind, to make us go against each other, to hate ourselves. His mama is still on food stamps, just like yours. The 1st and the 15th are important days for everybody within this 8-mile radius, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we hurting each other? If you gonna go out and do anything dumb, do it to the people that oppressed you and put it in this shit. I'm not saying go and just, I'm not condoning anything, but if anything, do crimes that make sense, that could put you, that you could take something back and build something off of. That's what smart criminals do. Like, the goal is to not stay in the slums forever. Like, whatever you do hustling, you should be hustling for a purpose. It's not to stay in that predicament. That's the trap. There ain't no Hall of Fame for the drug dealers and the sliders. No, it ain't none of that. You don't just get to retire from the streets.
I ain't gonna lie though, that sound good, but how can you tell that to somebody who ain't never seen
the thing is, I know, but the thing is, it's like, that's a brainwash, because if you sit back and you just get, and you act, the thing is, these niggas don't sit back and think. No. And that's what we got to get them to do. Because if you sit back and think, you will actually realize how stupid that is. Right. Like, I just robbed you for $100 because I ain't have $100, but it's like, you robbed this man for $100. Which could put you in jail for maybe 5 years if you get caught, if he decides to be a snitch, however you want to put it in the streets. And you mean to tell me that, what is that $100 really going to do for you? Did that change your life? Did that change your predicament? Did that get you out the hood? No. It might have got you something temporary, but that meal, after that meal goes and digested, you're still going to be hungry.
Yeah. Real quick, Z say, they're not doing it for greed, it's for survival.
Forget that, because other races feel safer in the hood than we do. Yeah. So why don't you rob them? Because they scared to rob them.
Back. Common sense ain't common. Yeah. It's not about survival, because people that are trying to survive don't have the intention of hurting others. Yeah. I'm not talking about the moments where you got to defend yourself and things of that nature, but willingly, like, being able to, like, to take somebody out that looks like no, that's not that's on some straight selfish, ignorant shit, bro. Survival is a motherfucker willing to do whatever it takes without having to put anybody else in jeopardy. Like, that's what a real hustler does. That's what a real soldier do. And
you kind of got to look at it from the standpoint of the projects, like they literally call them, and the shit is literally a science project, and you look at it like that, like a science project. If I create certain environmental factors in this bin, you know what I'm saying? And let's say I got a little bin that I'm making a science project. If I create certain environmental factors in this bin, there's going to be a byproduct from it, whether it's some rain, whether it's some clouds, that's how they doing with the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put motherfuckers right on top of each other. I'm going to limit the resources. I'm going to only add one source of fucking entertainment, which is a fucking little ass playground in the middle. You know what I'm saying? That everybody has to use. They do certain things that create byproducts of violence, of thievery, of everything. Me personally, everything I feel like, and I'm not scapegoating white people for black people's actions, but a lot of the shit we do is just a byproduct of an environmental factor of the hood. That's why, like he was saying, now if you're consciously doing if you're a grown ass man and you're still robbing niggas and shit like that, then yes, is our fault. Like, cause at this point you know better. And well, I ain't even gonna say if you're a grown man. I say if you know better. If you know better and you're still doing that, then yes. But a lot of this shit is subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman, she goes against her natural physical abilities to take care of kids. You know what I'm saying? Women, we see super strength that we shouldn't even have to see from women. You know what I'm saying? Because of their environmental factors. Nigga, they are willing to sometimes to work 3 jobs. A woman can work 3 jobs. And there's damn near a positive byproduct of their systematic ways, because you can see the strength that sometimes we can actually hold. Like, damn, I didn't know my mom can work 3 jobs and still have fucking power to cook and clean and do this and that type shit. You know what I'm saying? But also from that, now you get a super stressed out black woman type shit. That's another byproduct of it. And then from that, you get emotional, you know what I'm saying, woman who now going to be yelling at the son. He think yelling is okay. There's no father around. That's part of the environmental shit. So now, you see what I'm saying? It's shit a science project. They making little niggas taking away the leadership in it, knowing that if this happened and she going to act like this and then he going to act like this, and then boom, like it's all a cycle that, you know what I'm saying, subconsciously and brainwashed niggas is wrapped up in type shit.
That's part though too, but you know it really takes a village though, and it's a more of a community effort that has to be put into. We already know the disadvantages that are ahead, so we have to get out and be pillars of the community, and be that extra light in the time of dark for the youth, even for the adults. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we can sit up here and preach all day, but we got to get out there in the field and do it so they can see it.
I'm glad you said that, because that takes me to my next question. So with that being said, how do we get in these communities and start that influence?
All right. So this is what I was speaking to earlier. So this is what I was saying, and something he said earlier was good too, about how we have to take a lot of the tactics they use and use them ourselves. Me personally, and now this is my part of the plan. Y'all can have y'all part of the plan, and we all bring it together, right? But my piece, I think, is one of my favorite things they've done to us, not like in a good way, but one of my favorite ways they fucked us over, like that I'm actually really intrigued by, is the programming through TV, through media, through entertainment. So what I want to do is, I can't expose my whole plan, but what I want to do is subconsciously reprogram our minds. You know what I'm saying? That's part of start. That's what I was saying about gaining influence through media and entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're gonna entrust in me. It's not gonna be from the standpoint of an activist where it's just, okay, listen to what he says. No, I'm not gonna be telling you anything. I'm gonna be starting TV shows. I'm gonna be doing things that subconsciously, like, oh, that's the thing. You know, TV shows with black families or shit like that, or, you know what I'm saying? Certain music, you know, a whole bunch of different forms of media that can essentially reprogram our minds in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Get it back on the right frequency. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a big fucking part of how they got us, is the brainwashing. You know what I'm saying?
Then we got a caller.
Oh, we got a caller.
Cameron, then we got a caller.
We got a caller, man. If y'all want to call in, what's the line? The line is 470-412-0917. 470-412-0917. Call in, man. Join the chat. I'm put it in the chat for y'all. Y'all check the chat.
All right, guys, y'all got a call online.
All right, man.
Hova, what's happening, Wood?
Hello.
Hi, yes. I'm calling to say that you all are doing a very good job. Your conversation is great. I'm tuning in as a fan.
Okay.
Thank you. Who we got on the line?
Y'all have Ivy Lay on the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ivy Lay.
Did you hear after? So you say that you heard the conversation. I know that you happen to be a part of an organization that specializes in community work. Do you have any thoughts, suggestions, or comments based on the conversation at hand on how we can, you know, create that start in being a difference in the community?
To be honest, I think being a difference in the community is one of those things that you just have to kind of jump into. You know, I don't think it's one of those things you can really plan, because the longer you plan, the more time is wasted. You know what I'm saying? But like, being that I was a part of two organizations, like, I think, you know, you just have like a baseline, but just getting into it. Like, I think y'all were talking about, I guess, youth or black men or something along those lines, and how black women have to be strong and things of that such.
Facts.
So with y'all being in the field that y'all are, as far as like, you know, in the entertainment industry, doing music videos, having a podcast, you know, just going into schools, showing different kids, like, you know, it's different opportunities out here, and being mentors and stuff like that, you know, just kind of jumping into it, just getting into it. So that's my take.
We appreciate you for that, beloved. Shout out to the queens. You know, they always giving that insight. We value. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Ivy Lay on all her platforms. You know, she got some music out, some good music at that.
Absolutely.
For
but
sure.
yes, y'all are having a great conversation. Y'all keep up the great work.
Thank you for calling in.
Marry a black man.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Ivy Lay.
So I do have a question, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about this mindset that we're trying to influence the community to have, correct?
Yeah.
But what is that mindset specifically?
A progressive and positive mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, the very first step is for us is getting rid of the excuses and getting rid of the, how can I put it, the get away from the laziness and waiting for somebody to come and save us.
Yeah, you gotta put
I
the
feel
work
like that's
in.
our. I cannot.
Ain't that like victim syndrome or something?
So I can't. I know what you're trying, where you're going, but I feel like that's something that we really like. Yes, yo, like first, I want to be the first one to tell you, yes, these motherfuckers do owe us, but until then, we gotta go and get that shit though. Like, and that's the mindset we gotta break, bro. Like, we just stay stagnant, or we'll just do what we have to do to get to a place of success, and not pour that information and knowledge and funds back into the community. And yes, I'm a firm believer that if you are a successful person, whether you're black, white, Iranian, like this is just a general thing, you're supposed to pour back into your community if you reach a certain level of success. I'm not putting a dollar price on it. I'm just saying, however you see it fit, you need to be a pillar once you reach a certain level of success. If you consider yourself a high valued member or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you consider yourself a pillar of the community, like, success is more than just personal gain. But the biggest thing I feel like is our, like you say, our victim syndrome. Like, bro, we know we victims, but shit, so was the Jews.
It's a mental state of things.
I was gonna say,
and we know they got some money. We know they paid them.
Yeah,
but shit, they still didn't make excuses.
A good example of the Jews, and I'm glad you brought them up, because when you asked the question, what mindset are we trying to get them to be? My straight up answer, the mindset that we need to be is community based, communal based. And I'm talking about from everything, from food, financially, educationally, you know what I'm saying, judicially, all of that. We need to turn our mindsets to, how does everything I do benefit and affect my community? You know what I'm saying? Because that's where life starts from. Like, everyone has these big ideas now because the world has grown so big and shit has expanded across races and religions. But when you break it down all the way to what originally is, if it's just you and your girl and y'all start a family and then they kid, and eventually it's gonna be a community. So that's what we need to worry about taking care of, because that's essentially what we was doing at the start of this fucking earth. You know what I'm saying? It was about your community. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if every black community in America fixes their community as a whole, you're gonna see the changes. It's not even like we have to come together and do one thing. It's everybody fix their fucking community. That's pretty much it. You worry about what going in your house first, and then it goes to your community, and then you go your city, and then you go your state. Type shit. That's how Martin Luther King did before he got to fucking Atlanta and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it started in his crib, then his community, then, you know what I'm saying, city, state, so forth and so on. Then he gets to the country, and then he gets to the world. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But motherfuckers try to jump straight to the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fucking problem. And even from just the fixing the community standpoint type shit, motherfuckers is trying to create laws and shit across to stop violence in America. No, nigga, you gotta stop the shit in your neighborhood first. And honestly,
it starts small.
And that's what I'm saying. The shit be so small. The problem in your neighborhood could be between two group of people. You fix that, you fixed so many problems in your neighborhood.
You getting killed by motherfuckers you knew, you grew up with.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that shit. Like, bro, like, can we have a moment of realism here? Like, bro, like, as a black man, bro, a lot of the times, like, my stress and my tears and like my pain comes from sometimes like carrying that burden and being like upset with myself that I haven't reached the certain, even though a lot of people look up to me and I do okay for myself, but reaching that certain pinnacle where I can really pour in how I really envision, like, that shit pains me. Like, I want success so bad for everything around me but myself. Like, that is what drives me, bro. Like, success is not, I always say, is not defined to me by individual accolades. Like, bro, it's the legacy that I'm leaving behind, and the wave that, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the wave, free surf too. But you know what I'm saying? But like that shit really brings me to tears sometimes, bro, because it be like, this might sound like some hater shit, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it, bro. Like, you will look sometimes, and it's hard not to be envious of all these people you see and getting all this money that are not gonna do nothing right by it. And that's part of the system as well. To antagonize those and to deter those ones with the true purpose and meaning, because they continue to put people in position that really don't deserve it. They not saying like, well, in that moment, not saying that everybody's not capable, but you give immature, you know what I'm saying, all these wrong individuals that are not going to pour into the society as they should, when you got people really out here every single day. They shouldn't have to be a celebrity or a star or a rapper or this to get that support, to get that funding, for somebody to sign them to a lifetime contract. Like, why the niggas in the community not getting signed to contracts by these labels? Like, sign these niggas to $1 million contracts, bro. Come on, go ice the hood out, but in like assets, for real.
It's a
ice the hood out in assets. Come on.
Yeah. But it's a mind, like you were saying, it's a mindset thing. So we taking it from you saying, like, we're trying to get it to a point where we can all come together and build a community. But it becomes hard when we're trying to deal with a lot of trauma and stuff that we've been through in the past. So like, we can get this platform, we can get it to a certain level, but you always got that one person that's trying to
and understand the powers that be are gonna fight against you. Look what happened with Tank when he went back and bought that block. We know houses and shit in Baltimore, they be bandos, they burn down. But to me, that's just very ironic that the whole shit burns down a day after he purchased it. It's gonna be resistance. That's not by design. That's not by accident. But we have to continue to prevail. That's a good example. Like, it's do what he did. All these rappers are from, all of our rappers. I'm sorry. I'm give me 30 seconds and I'm gonna let you cook, bro. But we got so many artists, entertainers, just the surface level people that we admire that come from every inner city you could think of: Detroit, Baltimore, Philly, Miami, wherever. Like, all these niggas, bro. And there's all these like, come on, bro. Enough of the excuses. I always say, bro, it's not a lot of us, but it's enough of us to just start. Yeah.
And also, too, kind of just, you know, drill my last point in about why we shouldn't work with them. To his point, like, this is, like, in my opinion, it's just my opinion again, but, like, historically, these motherfuckers, you got to think about it from the sense of they've infiltrated black leaders' plans with black people. Us working with white people, nigga, they even if the white person intentions was good at the beginning, like a black person was, they're gonna be way easier to flip to take that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have a reason to live. Like, they don't have a reason to, like, be here besides be capitalistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my person, man. That's a little harsh, but like, as black people, we have a reason. We can honestly say, like, nigga, we here because we was brought here, and we're trying to get, you know, back on, you know, what the fuck is white people doing? Like they just here to make money off of us.
That Black Panther, like, bro, like, we don't got no. This is one girl I follow. She do like a breakfast program for like the black kids in like this one school, and that's amazing. But we need more of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the little petty back to school drives. Like, nah, fuck them, bro. But we need to be making sure every kid that goes to school in this jurisdiction, they getting you. Talk to me when you niggas is funding breakfast programs for each kid in this city that you come from, to make sure that they get a good lunch and food, whether they got $1 from their parents.
Make sure it's not a tax
write-off. Not no tax write-off. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're really doing it.
You feel me? Like, really doing it. Don't show me. That's real giving. That's authenticity. Like, breakfast programs, like all the shit that the Black Panther had going on, bro. That's why that shit was so vital. Like, we need to literally adopt that module and like re-bring it back. Like, cause that shit was threatening.
They was building back up when they burnt something down. They were building it back up.
They was terrified. They was terrified, bro.
And no, that goes into the shit I was speaking about earlier about byproducts of their systematic ways. So what you was just saying is a good example. The Black Panthers doing the breakfast program that they had. The breakfast first they had a breakfast and lunch, and then they stopped the lunch with it. But anyway, that alone probably stop so many fights at school because niggas is not going to that bitch hungry. You know what I'm saying? A starving mind is a fucking idle mind. Niggas on bullshit type shit. So once we start eliminating or just combating all the little shit that they try to throw at us, then we'll start to see our own positive byproducts of what happens when you eat breakfast every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? And what happens when you're not subject to a fucking drugged out environment or a dirty environment type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like how they try to say black people dirty and shit like that. No, we're not fucking dirty. Nigga, y'all don't come fix this bitch up type shit. And it creates an illusion that the hood is dirty. So now the byproduct of that is motherfuckers not giving a fuck if they throw some shit on the ground. So now the shit actually do look dirty. But us as a people are not dirty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, y'all don't got textbooks? Fuck it. I'm going to go to Webster myself. Fuck a grant. I'm going to go to Webster and go fill this whole jurisdiction up with textbooks. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to go fix the schools. I'm going to go rebuild. Fuck it. Fuck waiting for people, bro. That shit is just an excuse and a cop-out, bro. Like, on my soul, bro, y'all niggas could crucify me the day that I really get to where I know I'm going to be and I don't stand on my word. I want y'all to give me shit. Cancel me on my soul. Like, I'm from the West Coast.
Nigga, why you think on the last radio show I was so on these niggas' ass? Like, bro, all these people, all these black celebrities, this shit amazes me how we're not on their ass. Like, it honestly... Like, it's crazy to me how much these niggas have, not no pocket watching shit, and how much as people we don't ask from. Like, as much as we ask for shit for the white people, like, god damn, we need to be on Jay-Z ass. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Oprah ass. Like, y'all do all these great things for other countries and shit, but this motherfucker's here. Like, it's little shit y'all could be doing. And you worry about the NFL, nigga? Another white plantation?
They know what they doing.
Fucked up.
Go ahead, Hodge. I'm ready for you to cook now, though. I'm sorry. This shit get intense. Like, this shit made me want to jump out my skin.
I love it all. First and foremost, you feel me? That's why the slogan to my brand is stay in motion. You dig what I'm saying? Because when we talk about all these things that are in place to hold us back and discourage us and all that, like, we just got to pull our pants up and keep going, man. You feel me? Because this ain't nothing new. You feel me? We been going through this type shit. You feel me? That's the part of the mindset that I'm trying to focus in on is the relentlessness. You dig what I'm saying? Because like you were saying earlier, like, we can come to the table, but who gonna stay at the table though? You know what I'm saying? Like, who really is going to lay their life down for the betterment of the people? You know? And I ain't gonna lie, like, to your point with the celebrities, like, I kind of disagree with that. Because one thing I learned is, like, not everybody lives for the same thing. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, even though I know when you do get to a certain level, you should put your finances or whatever the case might resources back into the community. It's like, I ultimately can't hold that to you because that's your life.
You can live your life.
Yeah, you can live your life.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
You're entitled to live your life exactly how you want to do. And I'm entitled to tell you you're a piece of shit for not giving back.
Exactly.
Right. That's the thing. And do what you want to do, but that don't make it right.
Right. And exactly. And to that mindset that you're speaking on when you're saying, you know, everybody doesn't live. Let's just say we're speaking about black celebrities. How you say everybody don't think the same way or grow, you know, live for the same shit. Is because I guarantee those people didn't grow up into where they grew up community based. The mindset isn't there. That's why that has to be. That has to be the mindset. They didn't grow up giving a fuck about their community. So when they got out, nigga, they all about their family. Simple. They about self, which can be perceived two ways. They can perceive like, okay, you know, because that's why social media is sketchy because there's motivational quotes that kind of sometimes benefit a selfish mindset. Like, you know, you got to fix you up. You know, everybody like be for yourself type shit, and then you can like. Certain shit, it sound good, but it's like it's fucking us community wise, and shit like that is fucking us community wise. Motherfuckers doing shit for self, like, and I don't want to go too much in on Deion, but just for I'm gonna just use him as an example. Like when you have this argument, people will say, well, you know, he's you know, he has a family to look out for and he has a family to feed, and when people say that, like, it sound good, but ultimately, that's like selfish as
Bro,
fuck.
that
like,
nigga secured his family's
like-
future in '95.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
like,
bro.
goddamn.
Say it, bro. That nigga's family been secured for 30 years.
Hold on, but again, though,
Okay.
how are you gonna tell somebody how to live their
that,
life?
yeah, that's
It's
Hold on, real
live
quick,
your
real
life.
quick. Cause like you said, like y'all was saying earlier, like, does it make it right? No, but at the same time, does it make it wrong?
No, but we have to have accountability in
Yeah.
order for niggas to feel that pressure.
Right.
And that's all it is, bro. We can't keep just letting shit slide because a nigga could just live their life. Like, yes, bro. I'm not speaking to you living your life. I'm saying, bro, it's accountability,
Right.
bro. And it's not to say that he hasn't done work, but what he needs to be accountable in is understanding that you did, in fact, everything you did to bring to HBCU, you took with you when you took that job. No matter how you want to put it, I don't see no more rappers at these HBCU games. I don't see niggas on the sideline no more. I don't see the shit on ESPN like that no more. You took that when you left, you didn't stay long enough to have a lasting imprint for everybody else to catch up.
So this
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where he needs to be accountable in. You still helping black boys. You still helping them and giving them a pant, but it's minute. Like, it's not on the level in which you could have been. Like, this shit, HBCU football could have been. You could have had schools in the next decade becoming
$13 million
D1
for a
powerhouses. Or, and the thing is, it's not even necessarily that it just has to be all HBCUs, but getting these HBCUs into the FBS, getting these schools in. Getting a Jackson State into the SEC.
Yeah.
Like, where you have HBCUs playing in these Power 5 conferences, then you want to go and coach a Power 5 school. That's cool because the playing field is now even.
Right.
You did your due diligence, you know, but like
But
you
is that
said,
his goal, though?
you can do what you want to do, and I'm still a fan of Deion.
But no,
I could be a fan
is
and
that
tell
his
you
goal though?
you still have to be
I don't know if
accountable
that's
on
his-
certain actions.
Right.
Like,
And I don't know if that's his goal.
Uh-huh.
And if it isn't, like Mike's saying, like, we still have to hold you accountable for that. And even if we don't hold you accountable, I can still look at you and say, nigga, that's not right. That's not right. And honestly, when you do shit like that and you just keep doing shit for money, it goes back to what I was saying about like white people. They're just capitalists. So at this point, you're a white man. Rich black men a lot of times turn into white men because at that point, once you're just doing it for money, you're not living for nothing.
Hold on, wait, because y'all going off. Hold on real quick. I just have a question.
Yeah.
And this is a question that I posed when this first initially happened. I understand the influence Deion brought, right?
Yeah.
But why does all of this we're talking about solely rely on his shoulders? Like, why aren't we asking for more people to come in and do the same thing?
Because at the end of the day, like, he was the one that started it. And I have to hold a man to his words. It's not like he just took the job humbly and didn't say anything. He made promises that he didn't fulfill. He made it appear as if it wasn't about money.
Yeah.
It was about the brand of black people and building the culture. It was the words that he never made it. If he came on and if in his press conference, if he was like, you know, I'm grateful for this opportunity. They gave me a chance when no one else did.
Right.
I'm really appreciative. I'm ready to work. This is I see this as an opportunity to propel my college coaching forward, and I want to put my best foot forward without getting into the whole Black Messiah and getting everybody didn't just, if he didn't do all that as much as his Deion Sanders, like, because nobody was tuning in when he was coaching the high school kids in Texas. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no theatrics behind that. He's been coaching since he left the motherfucking NFL. But it was like once he did it on this level and the whole shit you built up behind it, it's like you kind of sold a half-ass dream. And that's where, as a man, it's like you did all that, but you ain't stand on it completely. Now, granted, he do got a bad foot, so I give him grace.
No pun intended.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all that it is. Like I said, I still watch the Colorado games. I'ma still support because that's my brother. But with you being my brother, I can still tell you when you're wrong and still love you. You know what I'm saying? And be like, but bro, we can't just be, because what that does is just create a mindset for the next person coming up. Exactly. It's okay. At the end of the day, it's about
it's okay to just grow up and build and take care of you and your family and look out for the best interests of y'all. That's how white people think. That's why I was saying they have nothing to honestly live for. If you're part of this black people and this black plan, you got to be down for this fucking mission of every shit being community based.
The I effect, bro. I want you to, when we leave here, I want you to look up individualism, interactionism, bro. That is the number one thing that we suffer from within the black community, bro. And then that's it, though. That's all. I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah. But go ahead.
So okay, hold on. First of all, what did, and I would just like for y'all to answer this question without another 10 minutes going by.
Yeah, I can't promise that, bro. But I will try
again because I didn't hear this answer. What specifically did Deion promise?
He said he was going to change the dynamic and structure of HBCU football because the talent is here, and he's going to really continue to help get them opportunities, in which he did, but for a very minute moment. No.
Answer the question.
But wait, bro.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, he said for other schools too, right? Like,
yeah,
like he did it. He wasn't just talking about Jackson State. He wanted to do the shit for the whole HBCU genre. Like,
okay, so that y'all done?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So with that being said, how I feel is though, no matter how long Deion would have stayed at Jackson State, it never would have been enough.
That's not true. Because you cannot argue that.
That's not true.
He didn't even give it more than 2 years. So we don't know what the fuck.
I want to hear you say.
No, bro, that's crazy. No, fuck that. Hold on. I'm sorry. Y'all know how I get.
No, hold on.
Are we not going?
Hold on, no, because I got hella points of why that's not true either. But I want to make sure he says.
Jackson State was more relevant than Alabama when that nigga was there, bro.
I know. Say what you was.
Stop it.
Say what you about to say. Finish what you're saying.
So.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When Deion was doing his thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, and you alluded to this, he, for the surface level, did what he said he was going to do. The HBCU culture and the spotlight on it was at the highest it's ever been. And with, like you said, only 2 years, he did that. With that being said, he's the one who got and helped Ed Reed get to Bethune-Cookman. Like you're saying, the point of going to other schools and that things of that nature. So the connections is there, but what happened with the Ed Reed situation?
But what I'm saying is, bro, that's so early though. Like,
hold on.
Imagine 10 years.
Let me finish. So again, to that point, once we realize, again, what we've been talking about the whole night, the mindset and the infrastructure in these HBCUs is not to the point where it needs to be to do what we would like to see him to do. And when I say it never would have been enough, because Deion would have had to spend 20 years at Jackson State for us to see a true all the HBCUs is lit now. You disagree?
No,
I disagree.
Like,
let me go first. I disagree. One, because we're talking about it's not just college and a black man. We also the big part of this is sports. So let's just think from a sports level. Nigga, a team, and we've seen this because he's literally done it, a team can change in a year. So what he did, and that's why, like, Mike, I had to disagree with you as soon as you said that, like, it would have took forever. He changed it his first year. He brought the number one college football player in the fucking world to a HBCU.
Right.
If he did that year, the next year, let's just say, nigga, fuck the number one. The number two came to another school. The number three went to. Now you have the top 10, top 25 football players in America at HBCUs, different ones. So now,
but what's
he had Mikey Williams considering HBCUs like that shit.
What tells you that though? What tells you that he would have had the top 25 players in the country going to different HBCUs?
Because he has the top 25 players knocking on his door at Colorado.
Hold on. So that's my point. They would have went to try to play for him. Not, it wouldn't have been because Deion
that's a part of it though. How you say he added Ed Reed to, there was gonna be more. The same way he got the players, coaches were gonna start coming in. There was gonna be things around it. And also, let me get to this too. Just because Jackson State was lit, there's other HBCUs that are litter than Jackson State, but didn't have that media presence. So once he started playing these schools like fucking FAMU and shit like that, now it's highlighting what has already been going on. So he wasn't just bringing what he's bringing. He's actually putting a spotlight on what the fuck is already going on. Because even without, here's the thing though, like you speak to mindset, and that's why I had to bring a sports part of it too. Because even without Deion, HBCU sports and culture is still a thing, but there's no media that highlights it. You get what I'm saying? So he's bringing the media attention as well to it, even if you're not playing for him.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I brought up the Ed Reed thing. Because like you're saying, because of his influence, other HBCUs would have had opportunities to do the same thing.
All right. But
so with Ed Reed, and Deion literally personally had a helping hand in that.
I gotta work on this.
With the Ed Reed situation, it didn't work out. Why it didn't work out? Because of the infrastructure that was placed at Bethune-Cookman. So this is my thing. Let's say the two more football players or legends or whatever go to two different HBCUs and it don't work out. Why are we still holding all this responsibilities for all the HBCUs on one person? That's all I'm saying.
Bro,
So,
because
like,
at the end of the day, bro, that's just like saying, why did we put all this responsibility on fucking Martin? Why did we put all this responsibility on Malcolm?
Right.
If you're going to be a leader and you're going to put your chest out there, then lead. If you want to eat, nigga, don't tell me you full. That's my fucking problem. If you're ordained, if you're chosen, you don't have a choice to talk back, nigga. This is what you're put to do. Now walk through your faith, nigga, and get it done.
Right.
People are chosen. And yes, it takes a village, but it takes one man to start the cause. And then it's a monopoly effect.
But you did.
No, but it's ignorant. No, but it's ignorant to use a 2-year sample size. If Ed Reed got it in 2 years, imagine what could have been done in 10. It's asinine to think that in 10 years, this couldn't have been something crazy, bro. Yeah. No, like, it's not just Deion's fault. It's a whole, it's people in general. We're just using him as an example.
Hey guys, you got a call. We got a call.
I love it. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello?
It's Garth here.
Oh,
what up, Garth?
What up? I just wanted to speak real quick on the why didn't more, college kids come to HBCUs even though he was there, or the Ed Reed situation and how that didn't all work out. Being a college Division I athlete at a HBCU, I could see the differences between, let's say, the Power 5 schools and the HBCU schools, whether it be like the resources, whether it be like the facilities and everything. So him being there, I feel like he would have needed to be there for more than just like 5. He would have needed to be there for like 15 years to see like progress and actual change, because a lot of higher ups at HBCU, they don't really want to, they say they want to focus on the sports, but they really don't put money into the sport like they should, like Power 5s do. You know what I mean? So speaking from experience, I've seen the difference going to like track meets, seeing how Kentucky would warm up, seeing how they would have all this stuff. They had like 5 trainers. We had 1 trainer for the whole team. So it's like things like that. So
let me ask you this question, Garth.
Yeah.
Say you had a household and you had 2 parents and they lived across the country from each other. Your father says that, don't worry, son, I'm going to get you 5 times out the year each year until you turn 18. That's what he says.
Uh-huh.
But he only comes and gets you once.
Well, let me put it to you like this.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me for holding a person accountable that said they were in something for the long run. It's about what you made it appear to be. Can't nobody give you a rebuttal if you didn't paint the image as if you was in it for the long run. My fault. You made it seem like you did. It wasn't a year. Like, you didn't make it seem like it was a 2-year in and out thing. You didn't make it seem like once you got your clout up and your notoriety as being a respectable and reliable head coach, that you was just going to be up for the next opportunities to make sure that your sons get a chance to live the dream that you did.
Would that be like, you could have
You're not gonna be mad at your dad if he only come one time?
Hold on, let him finish.
It's not the same. It's not the same circumstance, though. It's not the same circumstance.
Why ain't it?
Because he had all the stuff that he wanted to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's not at the top. So the people at the top, they can only do so much, and that's the reason. Another reason why he wanted to leave, because there was so much pushback.
So every time, every time shit get hard, we just supposed to say fuck it. No, that sounds like some entitlement bullshit.
Real quick. To his point, when he first got on the phone,
y'all niggas
so let's just say on the minimum, it would have took 15 years to truly do what y'all are talking about doing. Yeah. He has came out and said on his I Am Athlete the interview and saying it was more than just the opportunity or whatever. I only consider leaving
I judge a nigga actions.
Structure,
but my thing is when y'all
fuck his words, bro. I'm judging his actions.
My thing is when y'all say he was able to take 10, 15 years. That's what I'm thinking he's going in there to do. I'm not saying nothing short of that. Nigga, Nick Saban and these niggas be there for years, nigga. So when y'all say that, it's like, yeah, that's the minimum.
Bro, these white coaches go into these Power 5 programs, them niggas be 0-12, and they be in it till they 20. Nigga, Dabo Sweeney won't leave until they kick him out.
I ain't gonna lie. You was definitely wrong earlier when you said, though, nobody knew that Deion was coaching high school. And even with that being said, Deion specifically said he's only coaching because he wants to coach his sons. So when they got to the point where they're out of high school, what did he do? Lead to go to college with them.
But his son had Division I offers. Yeah. His son didn't have to go to motherfucking Jackson State.
And number
Shiloh started at South Carolina, nigga.
And number two,
what you talking about?
And number two, if that's your point, then nigga, when you go to Jackson State, say, nigga, I'm here to make my son the best quarterback. Don't tell me all this shit.
He definitely said that.
Don't tell me. No, he said that when he was going to Colorado, really. Don't tell me all of this shit about fucking your plans to help HBCUs and shit like that if this was just about your son.
But see, that's the point that y'all are missing. Y'all keep saying if you were just planning on doing this, then don't do this. Again, with the information being presented, the intention was to do one thing, but once they got in there and seen that the circumstances wasn't fit enough for him to carry that out effectively, he got up out of there.
They got hard. They got hard and he folded.
Okay, let's just. No. Go ahead, Gar.
It got hard and he folded. That's what I hear.
It's not.
That's niggas' favorite shit. Shit get hard. Fuck it.
I would say at least go to HBCU.
He wanted to coach his sons in the environment where they can excel. So they can excel in the best way that they can.
His sons was gonna get drafted anyway. They your son. You're Deion Sanders.
As well as build up the HBCU culture in the football and the sports realm, but that wasn't apparent down there, so that's why he had to. That's another. Man,
fuck that. Y'all don't cringe when y'all see them swag surfing at Colorado basketball games.
And ultimately, he chose this decision.
Come on, guard.
And ultimately, so he had to choose between furthering his son's football career, which clearly his son is nice and, like you said, was going to make it to NFL either way, or continue to build HBCUs up. And that's why I agree with Mike. To me, and don't get it wrong, because business is business. So let's just say they was doing some fucked up shit behind the scenes. Nigga, there's other HBCUs you could have went to that was banging on your door. You could have went to FAMU. You could have went to Bethune. You could have went to Howard. You could have went to other HBCUs to still implement the same plan. Niggas ain't saying like just because they. I'm not saying stay with somebody who's doing some bullshit. If they was doing some bullshit behind the scenes, that's what that is. But nigga, there's other HBCUs. There's still a mission. Your mission wasn't specific to Jackson State. You get what I'm saying? Your mission was specific to your kids, which is why you went to Colorado, because nigga, your kid can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And at the end of the day, that's cool as a father and as a man and as a parent and as, you. But that, if I'm being honest, does nothing for your son. That your son making it to the NFL does nothing for the black community.
See, come on, bro. He brought the Louis to Jackson and took him with him. He took 20 niggas with him to Colorado. But he wanted Jackson State to succeed.
And that's what that's the point that I was saying earlier.
Nigga took his luggage with him.
That's why
Louis, remember?
I cannot blame somebody who is not living for what I'm living for. Yeah. Just because you're not on the tight time in the purpose. We all have different paths of life. We all got different purposes. Just because your path and your interest is not mine does not mean that that's wrong.
No, yes, it does.
No.
Hold on.
Yes, it does.
Everybody couldn't be Martin. Everybody couldn't be Malcolm.
But niggas could have did what they could do to live their best version and do it to themselves. Like, bro, bro, because you have to understand your verbiage and what that creates in the number one tool that we suffer from, bro. We don't have that
We don't
Bro,
have that.
we have black people.
We don't have the space to
we
do
don't
that.
have that space to be making those kind of decisions. And that is the problem.
I agree with
you
that.
are entitled to live your life how you feel fit, love who you love, whatever, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that just because I'm holding you accountable, I'm blaming you for living your life. I'm holding you accountable for the area that you fell short in the area that you're supposed to serve for your people.
Yeah.
You can go and have different endeavors, but it's about integrity and honesty on every level. It's not like, bro, it's no in between. Don't shade it. Say what you mean and say it with your chest, or don't say it at all, bro. No one can be. You leave room for niggas to assume and assumptions when you don't do it righteously, bro. That's what it is. If he was doing it righteously and it was just so innocent, bro, niggas wouldn't say anything, bro, because he's not the first coach to go from an HBCU and get a bigger deal and leave. But nobody ever came on the scene and said that their goal was to transition this whole thing for a year. You made it seem like this was a lifetime, bro. And you cannot deny the limelight is not the same once he left, bro. Yeah. It's not. We get the celebration bowl, and that's it.
And
that's my point.
No, but I think because I think I know what your point is, but like I think we're speaking to different things about like when you're saying you can't blame. I agree with you. Like you can't blame somebody for how they live. And I don't know if you remember how I started this off. That's why I said I'm not attacking Deion for. I'm using him as an example of what I was speaking of of basically individual interactionism. I was just using him as an example of that. I'm not blaming him because at the end of the day, he's still being a good father and a good man and has a mission. So I was using him, Jay-Z. I'm not blaming them for what they did. This goes into my whole thing of why the mindset that we need to be creating is community-based, because these are examples of what happens when your mindset from growth, from birth, is not community based. Yeah, when it's just you just feel like, oh yeah, that's what happens when you're just like, you know what, people are entitled to live in their life how they want to, cool. And don't have to. That's when they can make the decisions they make. It's our fault. We let them feel comfortable.
A very valuable lesson in life, right? Control what you can control. Mm-hmm. Don't stress out on the shit that you can't control. Mm-hmm. So if I'm Malcolm and Martin or whatever, right, and I'm having my rallies and shit, I'm gonna focus on the niggas that's at the rallies that's on that type time and focus on changing their mindset. I'm not gonna be looking at all these people, these hundreds of people that's at the rally, but I'm over here focused on the niggas that's not on that type time.
How you think they got them niggas to the rally? It didn't just start one day at 100. It was 20. It was 50. It was 75. It was 100. So when I had these 20s, I had to go to the corner to get this other 20. And then once I got this 50, I had to go to this corner. The work don't stop just because they got these niggas here.
I get you, and that's common sense. So with that being
common sense ain't common.
With that being said, once them niggas got that 20 people that was on that tight time, what they do? Create a rally and say, yo, y'all 20 people come here. Yeah. And what did those 20 people go do? Spread their word. What did Malcolm go do? Spread his word. So at the next rally, it was 50. Yeah. Well, at the moment that you're talking to, at the first one, you're talking to 20 people, you're not sitting there in your mind, oh, why the fuck those other 100 people didn't come here? You're not thinking that. You only solely focus on the 20 people that's here.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why the mindset needs to be community-based. I'm not arguing that. Like I say, I'm speaking, and I want to speak to the people who are with that. I'm like strictly, and this whole thing started, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you missed it. I was just using them as examples, and at the same time as us speaking to the 50 people that's here for this, we need to let them know about the examples. Hey, we can't accept shit like this. We're not focusing on it, and I don't want this to get misconstrued as we're bashing Deion and attacking him and want to pull him back to finish his job. No, we see what it was. We see what it is. That I was just using that to say this is what that is. This is an example of individual interactionism. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what that looks like. And I'm saying, so when I'm speaking to celebrities and saying it baffles me, I'm not saying it baffles me like they better start doing it. No, I'm just saying it's mind-boggling that you're not fucking with like that you can have this much amount of financial stability and not put into your community. Morally, I can say that is fucked up. I'm not saying it to say like I'm gonna tell you that and make you pay niggas and make you fuck with us. No, I'm just saying morally, nigga, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I get you, not to cut you off. Yeah. But I think that's where I disagree because, like you just said, on one side you're saying I can't blame the man for being a father, being a family man to his family. Yeah. But then on the other hand, you're saying it's wrong to do that.
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying morally Two things can be right. I cannot blame you for being a good father and looking out for your interests because this goes back to what I was saying, because of the systematic fucking factors that were in play when you were growing up to make you think like this. That's why I can't blame you. The same way I can't blame my people for thinking the way we do when we want to kill each other. It's from the same mindset. So I can't blame you because of the system. But nigga, I can blame you as a man who created a mission and you didn't stick to it. That was your mission. That you, like Mike said, you said that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't give you that, nigga.
Like,
that's what you said.
I'm not blaming you because of how you acting as a black man, because we all have systematic factors that take into our place to why we act the way we act. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame you for that. You're a byproduct. You're a byproduct of motherfuckers thinking because you're a byproduct of I was so down bad that now that I'm up, I only give a fuck about myself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people go through that. Why you think motherfuckers, rappers always say, nigga, when I got rich, I cut all my friends off, or I had to cut my family off. I hate when rappers say that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm playing devil's advocate, what if it ain't even on that type time? What if through life experiences, people experiencing fucked up people, you don't trust nobody? You don't value these people no more. So because you don't value people, it's hard for you to.
You don't value people.
So it's just okay for you to go and just create and just farther the cycle on.
What you mean? So
like you're not what you. I'm saying. I understand. All blood's not family. We get that. Mm-hmm. But what about your community work? And what about for the ones that you actually do have love for and the life you want to see for them? If what you went through was so bad, I would assume that when you got yourself to a position, you would want to put things and factors in place for other little kids, whether they're related to you or not, or other individuals, whether they're related to you or not, to not go through those same experiences to break that cycle.
And I get that. And with that being said, again, you said, I assume. What I'm trying to get you to see is you're assuming what is right because it's not aligned with what you think.
Well,
right.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know you should. Maybe I should have said I know you should, bro. Like that's the thing. Look. I want you to understand this, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Let me say this, bro.
Come on, that's your motto.
That's a fact. But let me say this though.
Come on, you giving passes.
It's always it. It sounds nice to say we all should be living for our community. We all should put our community before ourselves and our families. That sounds amazing. But in reality, that's not the case. And hold on. And with that being said,
better finish us off with some sense.
If you aren't living your life for the community, cool. Even though I personally believe that you should, that doesn't mean that is wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. It's to each his own.
It's not to each his own.
No. We don't have. Well, I mean,
when we get to,
we don't have the space to let motherfuckers be cool.
This is my thing, bro. When the playing field is even, then it could be cool. Then it could be cool. But it's not even.
Again, bro, in life,
I can't let nobody slide. No.
To drive yourself crazy. Trying to control what you can.
No.
It's the steel curtain. It's the steel curtain. You know about that? It's the steel curtain.
I can't make it.
Need your green, nigga.
No, hold on, because I don't want to get it misconstrued. Because I'm sure Mike is on the same. I'm not focusing on the niggas that's not part of the plan. Yeah. All I'm doing is pointing out the niggas who's not part of the plan. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Deion is not gonna, or not even. I'm always just saying anybody who's not with the mission or for themselves. I'm not gonna. That doesn't mean attack him or kill him or make sure he doesn't come in any future. No, any future meetings. No, I'm not attacking you. That's why I think you're misconstruing what we're saying because we're so passionate about our mission. Because I'm so passionate. That doesn't take away that like me excusing the other niggas for the shit they did. I'm not blaming you. I'm not attacking you for that. I recognize all I'm doing, because this is a conversation. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to motherfuckers that's not part of the mission, that's all I'm ever gonna be with them, a conversation. And I'm just gonna express how I feel about them. But that I'm not gonna beg you to come be a part of this. I'm not focusing on you to where it's affecting what our mission still is. I'm just recognizing it. That's all I'm doing, because we have to recognize the ignorances and the systematic factors that they fucking place in our communities to get that. Because when motherfuckers see a Deion or see a Jay-Z or see motherfuckers who not doing right by the community and think that's okay, No, I have to let them know that's not okay. So me recognizing that they're morally wrong is important. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna go to the standpoint of taking away, trying to take food from their mouths or trying to beg them to be a part of something. No, I ain't going that far. Like I said, you still a black man, and I understand why you doing what you're doing. That's the big reason I can give you grace and saying, fuck it, yo, do what you do type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I have to recognize what the fuck you're doing.
And let me add to this too, bro. Like, we all have friends and family members that we do not agree with all of their life choices, but they don't just stop being your friends and your family because you don't agree with their life choices. You give what you know, and some opinions are actually true. Some opinions are facts, and some opinions are opinion.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
I hear it too. But you know what I'm saying? And that's what the situation is here, bro. At the end of the day, I can't take away the things that you have done, the things that you did do. But at the end of the day, I can only focus on what I'm seeing now. Who you was yesterday is not who you always are tomorrow. And that's okay. You could critique me in the same areas in which I fall short that are absolutely wrong, even if I'm hard-headed. Like, there are things as selfish decisions. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to make selfish decisions when it comes to real life situations and negating and navigating away from negative entities and shit like that. That's the perfect time to be selfish. But on some shit where you said something, bro, you cannot be mad at people for holding, and this is the thing, bro, no matter what. If you say something, bro, and you don't follow all the way through, not half-ass, not do a little bit, bro, you leave room for people to hold you accountable. And you should accept that. And that's all that is. It don't mean that niggas don't love you or that niggas just stop supporting you. It's that you left niggas heartbroken. And no, it doesn't just fall on one man for people in the comments that say that. It takes a community, but like I said, it takes only one person to spark the movement. He did that. Even if he doesn't do 15, if he gives at least 10, maybe even 5, the way that the media and shit was filling in, bro, this is a digital age, bro. That shit was powerful. It wasn't only affecting football. Like I said, before the incident with Mikey Williams and his whole shooting shit, he had 8 basketball prospects considering HBCU. It was a domino effect, bro. Like, it's deeper than that, bro. And not only does that, it creates more opportunities for kids in adverse situations to get scholarships and to inspire them, and it levels the playing field, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing is, though, bro, none of this shit that we're trying to achieve, this is what baffles me. None of this shit that we're trying to achieve in the black community can happen overnight. Right. This is a long-term goal. Right. So stop saying you're committed to shit if you're not in it for the long term. Right. I have to hold you accountable. And that's the bottom line. No one is clear from that, bro. Right. This is going to take time. If you don't have the time to put into it, then don't step on that front line. Because it's going to take time and sacrifice. Rome wasn't built overnight. And that's it.
Right. And that's why I just like, and because I still stand on my point towards celebrities. Like, I wasn't necessarily saying they have to do anything. Originally I never said that. I never said I just said it's crazy to me that we have so many black celebrities and we don't have a lot of black grown grocery stores and a lot of black owned banks. You know?
Yeah. And I think for me, bro,
or right, either these niggas lying.
Or these niggas lying.
That too. I think for me, like, a gripe that I have with our community is looking to celebrities for political issues. Like, that to me, it just doesn't.
Well, earlier I said wealthy. So even you motherfucking doctors and dentists and all them motherfuckers too, I mean your ass too. Yeah.
And that's not a what word did you just use? You said
celebrities?
You said celebrities and helping with fuck what you just said.
I don't even know what
Damn.
But basically it was centered around like why we look to celebrities for help to save us and shit like that.
Correlating entertainment and political issues.
Oh no, political. No, helping your community isn't political. That's helping your community. I didn't even get into the politics. I didn't even get into the politics side of it.
Political might be wrong. Should I say social issues instead?
Yes.
Okay, social issues. So correlating entertainment and social issues is a mistake to me. Now, with our business mindsets, The thing that we just touched on this earlier. The thing that we have to do with our businesses nowadays is do what? Grab people with the surface level stuff, which is AKA what? Entertainment. And then once you grab them with the entertainment, throwing them on the real, with the real stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? I hate that dynamic now because I feel as though we should look at entertainers for entertainment, and we should look at the people who are standing up and living for social issues as just that.
No,
but we just gotta
here's
but the people though are the ones that build the entertainers,
right,
and the celebrities. And at the end of the day, when the celebrities get on these big stages and they tell their stories, what do they refer back to? Come on now.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Number two, I was gonna say as well. Here's the reason why I'm bringing up celebrities is because they have a financial status that shit. I would say, I don't know the percentages, but I would probably assume more than 90% of the rest of their black peers don't have.
Facts.
So like you can be a celebrity, and I'm not saying you gotta be front line speaking. What I'm speaking to is the money type shit. Like I say, it's crazy to me that y'all haven't invested back in the community. You don't have to speak. Investments can be silent. We were just talking about that earlier. Investments can be silent, but you want to make all these public moves with white companies, but you won't even make a silent move for your community. That's what I'm saying. It baffles me.
For sure.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm looking to an entertainer to be political, because I say that all the time up here. That's why I be like, yo, I don't know why y'all niggas be looking up to Young Boy to say this or that. No, they're entertainment. That's all they're gonna be. But when it comes to your community, I would, like you said, I would assume and I would think from a moral standpoint of a human that you want to fix your, fix your community so kids don't go through that. I know what you're gonna say. That's our problem for assuming that, because a motherfucker can live the way they live. But my assumptions come from the right moral code.
See, and that's what I have an issue with. Because when I think about humans, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I play devil advocate so much is because it's hard for me to tell somebody that they're wrong or right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things come down to perspective.
Yeah.
So even though we have two different perspectives, you might be right in your perspective, and I'm right in my perspective. So at the end of the day, if me and you and Deion are having a conversation, and you're telling him, hey, you had this responsibility, you said this and the third one, boom.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right in that. And then he counters that with, bro, we're looking out for my family. What you have said, you can see why he would say that, and you can agree with that. Yeah. So both of y'all have the right point in y'all perspective. Yeah. How can either one of you say you should?
That's both of our perspectives, right? So I can agree with niggas' perspective, but what's morally right?
And it don't mean that one perspective don't out. But there's checks and balances, and it doesn't mean that one perspective doesn't outweigh the other.
That line is thin, though.
No, but there's
it ain't. That bitch
there's a general consensus of moral compass amongst the black community. So niggas know what niggas know.
It's perspective, bro.
No, that's not perspective. A moral compass is not perspective.
It is, because everybody doesn't have the same morals.
No. Deion can have his perspective and I can have my perspective, but we both know it's right to raise your kids, right?
But okay, so with that being said,
that's an example of a moral compass.
With that being said, what raising your kids right looks like is not the same for everybody.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know, but I'm saying I was just speaking.
No, because I would argue that motherfuckers that don't raise their kids right, no, they don't do it right. My bad. Go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was speaking to a perspective that plays to his part, but I'm saying we both can have, like how you were just saying. Me and Deion was having a conversation. I can have my perspective. He can have his perspective. But the reason I agree with him raising his kids is because I know morally that's right. So the same way I can acknowledge that you're morally doing something right, that's why I understand you. You have to acknowledge that morally you did something wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, preacher, man.
It's not about the perspective. It's about the moral in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm giving him the grace to say, I understand why you're raising your kids. That's morally the right thing to do. Now, morally, a nigga acknowledge that you didn't fulfill the mission that you said you would do. Morally, that's unintegral. You didn't stand on that. That's wrong.
And that's okay, because we're not perfect. That's what I'm saying. That's part of the healing process for the whole shit, is also seeing people be accountable for their faults and standing up when they do something that they know. At the end of the day, when you let people down, you are accountable for their feelings. Right. Whether you feel or believe what you did was right for you, when people look up to you and you owe them that accountability, in a sense, when you gave them false hopes and promises.
When you let people down, you are responsible for their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
If you
agree with that?
if you gave them false hope and promise,
yes,
and don't fulfill that,
yeah,
and they have an anger and a disdain story, you are responsible for that chaos you created. Yes, because they took their time and they switched their own individual beliefs to confide into you and to go into your movement.
I respect
that. I can understand that, but I'm still not responsible for how you took that. I understand where it's coming from. I can understand.
You are responsible for the action of not being authentic, bro. Like, and that's the only part. Like, you can't control, bro, but you can understand domino effects, bro, and understand that you are the source to this. Now, just in dominoes, if I hit the first piece, I didn't hit the last one. Right. But the first one I hit is the reason the last one failed. Right. Don't let that go over your head. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get what
but I ain't gonna lie. So, because this is a point that I was thinking about too.
I love
like this notion with. I never understood why people assumed that Deion Sanders was just gonna be at Jackson State for a decade and some change to come.
I didn't assume shit until he spoke.
Yeah,
hold on, real quick. But that's what I'm speaking to. I'm saying why he was there. At no point while he was there did I feel like, oh, I'm about to be watching Deion at Jackson State for years to come.
Wait, I got a question for you because I don't know. I don't know how well versed you are on like the Deion thing when he came to Jackson State.
I watched a whole shit.
So I don't like. I don't like. Are you like? Why do you keep going over the point of when niggas saying he said this?
Like you act like you don't want to. It's not. You don't want to focus on that nigga. You're literally not speaking on that.
Okay,
bro.
So he said he was gonna be there for how many years?
For multiple years to come, and he also said he was gonna change the. But no, he also said he was going to.
Is multiple numbers, correct?
No, but he.
Hold on, I'm just saying. Hold on, no, hold on.
Multiple.
We're assuming
that's a couple.
We're assuming
a couple is
that's
two.
A couple.
Yeah, a couple.
Multiple is more than two. That's like more than two.
Yeah. For sure.
That's more than two.
But we do know that he left prematurely, correct? Yeah. Because exactly. So and that's I think that's another part that I don't like. Y'all are making it seem like he told y'all. Y'all making it seem like he told y'all. He did. I'm gonna be here.
Bro, go to his press conference.
That's what I'm about to go to. You have to listen to what he said. Nah, because you can't. No, because what he said in that is deeper than just even the multiple years. He was speaking to fixing the whole HBC community.
Which he was doing while he was there.
But the
work don't stop right there, nigga. That's my motherfucking problem.
He did that to himself. He did that.
That's his fault.
He took on that whole
load. He gotta stand in that heat.
Yeah. So if he said that, if he made them promises and then
that's what I'm saying. It's not even about Jackson State because what you're gonna say speaks to him why he left Jackson State. I said, nigga, fuck just Jackson State. You could have went to another HBCU and finished the mission, nigga. That's what blows me. It's not even about like that's why I say business is business. If they was doing some shady shit behind the scenes, that's Jackson State, nigga. And that's the problem with black people. And that's what I was saying to black women. A lot of times when black women, they might, let's say they'll say they supporting black businesses by going to a black girl to get their lashes done or some shit. But let's just say that black girl do some fuck shit or late or some shit. They're going to instantly just bash that black business and then go to the Asians. Instead of just recognizing that to have been a fucked up black business and going to another black girl.
No, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? We so quick to, well, that didn't work. Back to what we used to. The white people.
Let me go with the white man where it's safe and secure.
But when they put like salmonella and stuff in our food, we just, oh, well, I guess it just ain't set. You know, we gonna wait till it, you know.
Well, shit got hard. Yeah. Let me just go over to Colorado in the mountains with the white people where I know they're gonna
like,
just,
they're
gonna pay my salary through ticket sales and shit like that. Like,
now I get what you said. If he was standing on business, he made the promise and he didn't stand on business. Yeah,
like, I can see what literally what it looks like. Like, that's like this. That's the equivalent to being like, I don't like black women because they loud and this, so I date. That's why I date white women. That's why I went to the white woman.
Because you had an experience of. But nah, that's what.
Y'all go keep talking.
Like and for me, bro, like, and this is what I'm saying, niggas is not built for it, bro. The nigga was, and this might sound crazy, bro, but the nigga Deion was crying because the nigga bust his window out and took something out the car. I went to a HBCU, bro. That That's just things that come with being in the hood, right? If you for the people, you
should be okay.
You could be mad. Like it's a normal thing. Like, I was mad when niggas bust my window, but I understand that's the environment that I am.
Yeah,
and I'm not just gonna give up on my people because they're victims of the society around them.
And one bad experience that came.
And you are more than well in a position to replace anything that was taken out of that truck. There's not like at the end of the day, some people are not in that position. When they get their window busted, they got to sit around and drive that car for 2 months before they could get that extra $250 to replace the window. And don't let it be the black triangle panel because that's double. You feel me? Like, but niggas don't just be like, fuck the hood, da 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 da. No, like you live, you learn, you prevail.
It come with it.
So that was your final straw because niggas did some nigga shit. That's what happens when you're around niggas. It happens. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's the growing pains, bro. Like, and then it's not condoning bad behavior, but I'm saying, like, you made a whole scene about that, bro. You not the first nigga on campus who got their window bust out.
Yeah.
What about that little girl?
From the I Am Athlete podcast interview, what I got from it was just make it simple. Funding. There's a lack of funding and resources to really do what he was really trying to do. And then on top of that, the school was being fucked up and on some black janky type shit with him. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, but that's not an unknown factor though, bro. Everyone knows that HBCUs are fucking underfunded. But that's stupid as fuck, bro. Like, that's like saying, like, damn, bro, I didn't know that it was gonna be. I didn't know that if I went down to Mondawmin, they might shoot at the mall. Bitch,
that's why you're here.
Like, this is literally why you're here, bro. Like, you knew you was walking into an underfunded situation when you got there. What you surprised about? The truth?
Hey,
look,
like I say. Some people, or like you just said, some people don't be built for it, man.
Yeah.
Just because he great don't mean he built to be taking on this social ass.
That's a
mountain.
big thing to take on.
You feel me? Like,
it's historical. It takes the HBCU to a whole nother light. It's like the best third appetizer salad you ever had. But we still got to give you the main course. You've had so many people reach out and offer their support.
I ain't CTO up there since.
Why do you think so many different people have lent their support to you in this program, Brian?
Shit, that's on T.O., not Deion. If you ask me.
I think people understand that I'm trying to help these young men in every way imaginable. And they want to.
Deion, the only nigga that can do this.
Hold on.
This
was monumental. We ain't built on this how we should have.
Right.
This was for nothing.
Once upon a time, HBCU didn't dare call, write, text, email, Instagram, get in the DMs of a 4 or 5 star. Yeah. Now it's normalcy. What type of player is Travis Hunter? Desmond, man, I know you may not believe this, but this boy way better than I was at this age and stage. He's just as good as a receiver as he is a DB. Okay. Like Travis could be a first rounder either or.
Unpopular, well, not unpopular opinion, but real quick, that is actually crazy.
What?
Because he really is like elite on both sides of the ball.
Like,
like, what do you do with that when you get to the league?
They got what that new position they call it? Just athlete. Dead ass. They draft niggas as athletes now.
Yo, that's crazy.
Calm down, man. Calm down. What? Tell your dad, calm down. But he rocks that. You can't rattle him. He rocks that. If the phone rang before this mission was complete, if it was a call from the NFL or the Power 5, so only one you would answer would be the Power 5. I would entertain. Okay. Yeah, I have to.
Hey guys, you got a caller?
Don't change my lifestyle. Right.
That man said he would entertain a Power 5 with the Jackson State shirt on. Damn.
Hey, there's a caller.
Oh, there's a caller.
Yeah. Yeah, I move on to the next moment. But right now, I'm gonna dominate this thing.
What'd he say? Right now?
Now
he left later that fucking year.
Like literally, he left in the now.
We got a caller though. Who the caller? My fault.
How is some?
Hello, caller.
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, what's good, bro? Who this?
It's your boy Zone, man. I'm just tapping in with Playworld. You feel me?
Oh, what's good, Brody?
Oh, what's good, Broski?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Shit, we just having a debate. We talking about Deion, but you know too. If you paid attention to when the whole transfer, you know Shiloh was upset. Shiloh didn't gravitate towards that well. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, cool. He said he would entertain, but he wasn't bold and didn't stand that I would jump at the first shit that bit.
You're not supposed to.
No, that's because that. But bro, you have to take accountability that statement leaves room for false hope, bro. Like you said, you would entertain, but you weren't like, yo, my mission is to get there. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that statement is an open-ended statement, bro, to where you make it seem that because you said, but at the end of that, you came back, recanted, and said, but for right now, in that right now, at the end of the year, you left. That right now, you made that right now seem to be like this was at least. I expected at least 5 years out of him. If he did 5, if he gave me 5, I would have respected it. He made it seem like that, bro. Like you took the first thing that bit. You said you would entertain, not that if they call, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your slogan for the students. I'm coming. My fault, X.
Hey man, but you gotta think of it like when it comes to Deion and Jackson State, he said he didn't have the resources. Like, why are you gonna continue to be under, I don't want to say underprivileged, but like a better term, underprivileged, when you can go and turn the program around? I mean, he did it. He showed he could do it in Jackson State. What's wrong with him doing it in Colorado?
Because Colorado's an all-white fucking state and an all-white fucking school. That's why.
It's not even no niggas in Colorado.
But here's the thing, too, though. Like I was telling, I don't know if you heard this, X, but I was saying, okay, cool. If business is business, so I get it. Why not go to another HBCU?
And at the end of the day, too, X.
Still be underprivileged.
X. At the end of the day,
we're so just leave back, bleed.
Why take the job in the first place, X? Why take it? Are you gonna go if you apply to a job and you know that they underpay? Are you going to accept the fucking position?
No.
All right. So if you do take that job, are you gonna go in here and be like, this is bullshit? I don't get paid enough, nigga. They told you they was paying you $8 an hour on the application. Come on, you sent it in.
That's wrong. Because if you watch the interview, he literally said Jackson State promised him things that they came up short on.
And he promised them things that he came up short on, bro.
So what's worse, Jackson State promising him things they came up short on, or him promising the whole fucking community? Him promising the whole community shit that he fell short on.
Bro, Jackson State, them niggas did everything in their power that they could, bro.
And you want to talk about under this bitch ass nigga? Because now he's a bitch ass nigga. Nigga Colorado said we don't even have the funds to pay Deion right now. But we're gonna find it. And he took a job.
He believed in a white man, but he ain't giving niggas a chance.
So you was cool when he coming in. So you was
I ain't gotta doubt that.
So you was
That's
cool.
coming in.
That's fucking.
You gonna have it?
So you was cool with a white man telling you.
They gonna make it happen for you.
You was cool with a white man telling you, "Hey, I don't got no bread for you right now, but come over here. I'm gonna make sure you straight."
But a
nigga said, "Hey, bro, I only got $20, bro. A month. I mean, $20 an hour, but shit, we gonna try, bro."
That's not what happened, though.
That is.
That's not. Again, Deion literally said they promised him. So it's really like them saying, when you come here, we gonna pay you $25 an hour. But then when you get here, we tell you, oh, sorry, bro, it's actually $11.
We got another caller or something?
You want to talk about HBCU? Look at the situation with Ed Reed and Bethune-Cookman.
Right, bro. It's a mission. It takes time, bro. We not talking about the crookedness of the HBCU. But at the end of the day, though, even when they was trying to shut Ed Reed out, bro, Ed Reed didn't say fuck it. They had to push Ed Reed out the door. Ed Reed was willing to get out there in the field.
No, Ed Reed said him off that floor. Ed Reed left.
No,
I couldn't do it, man.
Ed Reed was outside picking shit up from Bethune.
They didn't even got no training field, man.
He was in the field.
He ain't got no practice field, man.
They pushed him out.
Why we don't got no practice field, Jay-Z? Why we don't got no practice field? Why we don't got no practice field, Deion? You were the catalyst to that, nigga. And I'm tired of people bringing up Ed Reed as an example. And shout out to Ed Reed. I met him in person.
Because you got Eddie George at Tennessee State.
But look though, and even here, I don't like when niggas use him as an example. As
get skinny on his pod.
Our presence in entertainment as Deion. let's not act like Deion as Deion. No, we have to bring that in. We can't act like Deion Sanders as Deion Sanders is not part of the reason why it's such a wow factor around him.
Nigga, this is prime time.
Ed Reed was a great NFL player, and I'm sure he's a great coach. But his presence in media is not as powerful as Deion Sanders.
No, and that's the thing. You're literally stating the obvious. Go ahead, X.
No, I'm saying to why people be like, oh, why didn't it work with Ed Reed?
We're talking about the athletic department at those schools. At least that's what I'm talking about. The athletic department at HBCUs versus at a PWI. Like, you feel me? I would want to go have, if I'm the head coach and I get all this shit, I might go take that because that's gonna be better for my players. Like, why am I gonna continue to?
So X, let me ask you this.
Why did VSU got turf on their field? Why VSU got a good field now? You know why? Because niggas put their money where their mouth is, and niggas invest. So it's possible for these things to happen.
Fieldhouse, bro.
Them niggas got a jumbotron. We got a multi-purpose center now, nigga. My freshman year, all we had was Daniels.
So X, let me ask you this.
You ain't had to watch no games at Daniels, X.
X, let me ask you this right here. This is gonna let me know what side you on. So are you community based or are you about yourself and the players?
I'm community based.
No, you ain't.
No, I'm saying because you just said you would have took the job to make sure your players straight. You said you would have took the job to make sure your players.
It was in men.
I can still charge
young
you.
men that I put their blood, sweat, and tears on that field for me. That's my responsibility. Yes, I want to help the community, but my sole responsibility is to help these young men that are on this field.
That's a great point.
Nigga, these young men are at a private white school. They're getting a great education regardless of you or not. So how does
How does this that mentor though? They don't got that mentor though.
And they don't got him now because he's a Colorado nigga. So now what?
No, we talking about, bro. He brought players with him.
He ain't bring them all.
Right, he took niggas with me. He said,
so now he got to bring the whole team.
Yes, nigga.
That's all I'm saying.
No, matter of fact, well, you would have see how niggas try to make hardships out of nowhere. You would have to bring the whole fucking team, and you would have stayed, nigga. You would have saved cost and everything, nigga. Like you want to transfer niggas? Nah, bro, I can't go for that. Cause at the end of the day, all right, cool. Time out. And at the end of the fucking day, this is just college football. You're not about to tell me a college football mission is bigger than the 400 years that mission that we on.
Let's get into it.
Like, so stop with that.
Let's
like,
get into it.
It's just some great
This
thing.
shit is deeper than football, bro. Football is just
that
the
goes back
cool
to my point though. Y'all are trying to hold people to the standard that you live by. Everybody doesn't live by what you live by.
But he put himself on there.
That don't make them wrong.
He wants to be this Christian, righteous ass nigga, bro. If you a Christian, come on. What's Christian values? Community. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit.
Stand on that. Matter of fact, perfect. You see how I haven't mentioned Drake one time this whole conversation? Because, I know this random. Drake has never promised anything to the black community. So because of that, I don't hold that nigga to no type of standard to say, nigga, it's when you speak and you fucking living like you like that, like niggas like Jay-Z, and you're not doing shit for real. That's what blows me. Like, that's why I keep saying I'm not mad at the niggas for doing. I can understand why you doing what you doing, but don't at the same time tell me I'm wrong for feeling the way about you.
But how he not doing nothing though? What tells you that? My man Lily, him, Meek, and Kim Kardashian started a whole shit to get niggas out of the jail. They been getting niggas out of jail for 4.
Fuck out of here. They ain't getting niggas out. And this might just sound ungrateful, but they not getting niggas out on a mass level. They getting out specific wow factor cases where it's a crazy case.
They know they're gonna beat it.
And that's what I'm saying. They know they're gonna beat it. Bro, you just mentioned Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian. She got more niggas out of jail, and I hate that bitch. She got more niggas out of jail, bro, and I hate her.
That's the mindset that I can't get with, bro. Like it's literally never enough. It has to be perfect.
No,
every time
it's not enough.
Level.
We fucked up too
so
many.
With that being said,
we fucked up too many times to have leeway.
Niggas, why do I give a fuck what y'all niggas?
And that's why I do what I do, huh?
Do me.
But my thing is,
you know I hate Kim.
You feel me?
No, for me,
I'm gonna keep getting niggas out of jail. When I get niggas out of jail,
I can't say that for certain people. I can be like, okay, that's enough. To me, what balances the enough or not is the status level and financial level versus what you're doing. So if you're a Jay-Z, you doing that little shit to me is not enough. If Mike was doing it and getting one person out of jail a year, nigga, yeah, that's enough. You're working at the level you can work at, which would be crazy for him to even do as him. But when you're Jay-Z, nah, bro, I can't go for that because you see how we can sit around and think of hella ideas how we can improve the black community, and we're doing this as niggas who are not financially just great. You're telling me as Jay-Z, nigga, you can't take a 10% of your funds and start and doing these. We don't see these things. That's why we're coming up with these ideas. Because we're
he's a silent investor in companies that do that.
I know he's not. I know he's not because we're the ones coming up with these ideas to say, yo, I want to start this for the black community. You got ideas that you want to start. So if we're in 2024. Go ahead.
Let him cook. No.
I'm saying if we're in 2024 and niggas is still coming up with ideas to help the black community, somebody has not been doing this. Somebody lying.
That's not necessarily true. Because again, I had the mindset of nobody out here is creating the new Black Wall Street. Yeah. That was my mindset until I came to fucking Atlanta, and long and behold, there's somebody out here who's trying to create the new Black Wall Street. And then actually, that I just found out this past week, there's somebody in Houston trying to do the same shit.
Yeah, so but they don't know that. But them somebodies ain't no motherfucking Jay-Z, nigga. And that's why they ain't get it done yet.
That's what I'm saying.
They building, they on their way to.
Exactly.
And one day
you'll be insane.
And one day you'll be able
to Jay-Z or not.
But they'll get done quicker. No. At the end of the day, bro,
if
I'm gonna hold
that's not his calling. Why am I holding him to that standard? That's what I'm saying.
That is his. But why are we acting like these are not told? No. Bro, these niggas that came out here and said they want to do this and want to do that. I'm only speaking to niggas that put their motherfucking neck out there and act like they really want to do this shit.
Yeah, and
I can't talk to the niggas that say shit.
You want to come up with black programs for the NFL and shit, but you don't want to. Come on, man. Go ahead, X.
Sound like some PR work.
But why do we hold him to the current standard? Why do we hold him to that standard? Like we feel like I saw some shit where a nigga was like, Drake is the biggest Jewish artist in the world, and he ain't say nothing about Palestine or
We don't give a fuck about Drake outside of music. That nigga is Canadian.
We hold people to a certain standard. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you missed it, but I was saying.
You don't know what the fuck their moral compass is. Like them niggas, that nigga could be a shitbag, bro.
And that's what we're saying. We're holding accountability, and we have to. Niggas can be who they want to be, live their life how they want to fucking live it. But that don't mean we can't be like, nigga, that's wrong. And you don't have to give a fuck if you think I think it's wrong, nigga. But I'm a man, and I'ma fucking tell you it's wrong, nigga, and eat the shit.
Facts.
I don't give a fuck.
And I'm pretty.
Do what you want to do. I cannot stop you, but I can let you know that you're wrong.
And you know that's feeling in your stomach whether you're doing the right thing or wrong thing.
I got a six-pack after this show.
We all have a general moral compass that we agree on. That's what I'm saying. Perspectives can be different, but the moral compass is something people pretty much all agree on.
But see, that's again, when you say words like pretty much, that would then imply that it's not 100% of the times what you feel is morally wrong, I'm going to feel is morally wrong. What you feel is morally right, I'm going to feel is morally right. At some point, there can be a difference in that thing right there.
But if it ever got put on paper and it had to be weighed up, niggas would be like, this is morally right.
That's a fact. But that goes back to my point. How can I really say that you are wrong or right when it comes down to perspective?
Here,
you can be right in your perspective.
I can show you how you can say it. Let me show you.
So I can't.
No, hold on. Let me show you.
I can say my opinion can be yes, you're wrong. Yeah. But does that make it concrete? No.
No.
Let me show you how you can say it.
That's a fact.
You're wrong. So start with your, and then finish with wrong.
Yeah, no, but like,
I'm going. I love you.
Just own.
That's it. But my main thing is too, though, bro. With that mentality in our community, it's beyond celebrities. This that. It's wealthy people, successful people that come from adverse backgrounds that are our skin complexion, ethnicity, nationality, whatever the fuck you want to put it, bro. That just leaves room for them to farther perpetuate the concept of individual interactionism, meaning that as long as me and mine are okay, I don't care about everything else around me, bro. And that's all that it creates, bro. Like, it's okay. Like, yes, we understand at the end of the day, people are entitled, and because they're their own people, can make whatever decisions that they feel is fit for themselves. We understand that.
I get that.
But all decisions that you make for you are not right decisions. And it doesn't mean that I still don't love you or that I don't fuck with you. I'm just letting you know that I'm holding you accountable to what you portrayed and said it would be, bro. Like, at the end of the day, sure, you can say that you said you would entertain, but words mean things, bro. You have to say what you mean. Like, literally, bro. Like, it's no sugarcoating shit, bro. Like, that at the end of the day, bro, like, that's a open-ended statement, and it leaves room for controversy like this. If you don't want controversy, if you don't want your integrity to be questioned, then you, in fact, absolutely need to say what you mean and mean what you say. Right. That's the only way to guarantee that majority are not going to have that backlash for you. My thing in life, bro, is if everyone is telling you the same thing about yourself, are they really wrong?
They might be.
No.
Like, I'm saying, like, no. At the end of the day, and I'm talking about, and it doesn't. But listen, let me finish. It doesn't mean that you're not capable of changing. But in this moment, you are exactly what everyone is saying you are. I.e., example, a child who misbehaves. If they grow up and every adult authoritative figure tells them that they're acting bad or they're acting up, is it representative of the person that they become to be? No. They have the room to change. But in this moment, nigga, you're a menace to society. Yeah. That is true. That's facts. If you're always in fights, if you're always in trouble, you're not a good kid. Right. You might be misunderstood for sure. And there's things and reason to it, though, but things are facts, bro. Experiences shape perception. Yeah. So if everyone is having the same experience, then the overall perception is going to reflect the latter. You left that door open for the critique, and you have to walk through it. That's okay. Yeah. And you're doing it. You're still succeeding, but you know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, that's why I'm going to take the spiritual. That's why I feel like they went 4-6. They had all this shit, bro, but God don't like ugly. Yeah. And he's going to make you pay for your mistakes. Because they had it all. They had it all.
But look, I want to close this with, like, I just don't want it to get misconstrued as if, like.
But Deion, I love you, though, bro.
Niggas focused on, the people that's not, type shit. Because I don't want to walk away with this from this with you thinking that we think like that. Like, I don't sit around and focus on the niggas who, or try to chastise them, or this is a podcast, so I was using that as an example in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? To just point out examples of what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the mission, we're not focusing on them, and I'm not mad at them ultimately. Like he said, I still love them. I still fuck with them, nigga. I still watched Colorado this year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, if you want to get into the actual technicality of things, that is fucked up that I watched it and he watched it, because now we just took 2 viewers from a Jackson State game, 2 black viewers, and put them to a white network. So that's what I'm saying. When you want to get to it, down to it, all the way on paper, he just did something that ultimately feeds their system. So I have to be mad at that, because my mission is fuck their system.
And again, so let me make this clear.
That's me.
So you feel like everything he was in the beginning, he pretty much did.
You said what?
You're feeling like everything he was pretty much preaching against in the beginning about building HBCUs and all that shit, he pretty much went in reverse, pretty much by going to Colorado.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That's
18 million in a day.
With that being
Suck
said,
my dick.
I would like to say, you feel me? I agree with what y'all are saying and understand what y'all are saying, and well, not agree, but I understand what y'all are saying with the, if he says he's going to do one thing, to then stand on that. The disconnect I had, and even right now, like even when the situation went down in general, I never got the notion of, and I think it's because people got so caught up.
Just admit you fuck with white people. Like, that's what it is, bro. And there's no, I love you to death, bro. But that you have a soft spot for white people.
Let me finish.
You do.
So with that being said, I wasn't looking at Deion Sanders to come and save the day and be there for decades and transform this shit, make this shit look totally different.
Oh, you're saying where did that notion come from?
Right. And for me, that because who Deion is, the publicity he brought and all that, that's expected. That's normal.
All right, let me tell you.
Wait.
So to me,
let me tell you.
That interview too was also not even the original. That wasn't the hiring interview. Yeah. That was the interview after the first year.
No,
he already did. Bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about we got to go way back to when he got elevated. Like, when he first took the job.
For me, this is how I'm looking at it. I appreciate Deion for what he did for HBCUs. We've never seen HBCUs on that level ever. So, do I agree? Was it premature? Yes. Is it unfortunate? Yes. But can I blame him for moving on or whatever the case might be? No. And then even if I want to, fuck Deion. Who's the next group of people that's gonna come and do the same thing? Like Deion is cool. That situation is he was here yesterday, is gone today. Who's the next people?
Right, and that goes into, so when you say who's the next people, part of who Deion was, and that's why I said that's a big part of it. Part of who he was is why it was looked at like that, because it was so monumental, because you're such a figure in media.
That's a fact. But again, he's not the only.
No, I know. I'm about to get to that. So when you ask me, well, I don't know why you looked at celebrities. Well, it has to be somebody of a certain status to fill that job again. So that goes back to what I was saying about it fucking baffles me how celebrities, black celebrities, don't invest their time or money into the black community.
I get you.
With certain things, you know what I'm saying? Even if it is HBCUs, being a coach or something. Niggas, political leaders are celebrities.
No. I got a point to that. So to that, I would say, you know how you just said, well, me and Mike were watching Colorado, and because Deion went to Colorado, he now has taken 2 viewers from Jackson State. Yeah. That doesn't fall on Deion. That falls on y'all. Because y'all are very well more than capable of putting Jackson State football games on. Hold on.
That's facts.
Okay, cool. But I'm just saying, though.
I watched Virginia State.
I'm talking about that specific.
No, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That was an example.
So, with that being said, yo, to me, looking at the glass half full, not half empty. Yo, while the iron is motherfucking hot and Deion does got HBCUs as a talk, let's keep this shit going. Yeah. Is it going to be as effective as a Deion effect? No. But can we still do something to get it to?
No, yeah.
So that's where the focus needs to be.
You know, the focus does need to be there as well. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you. Like we gotta still, the viewership needs to remain, even though recognizing what he did. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, like the overall mission of what he was supposed to do is different than. All right, see, that's why it's tricky because of sports. I'm a sports fan. That's why I watch. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what he could have did was translate the same way musicians can, because music is power. You have to translate a message through the sports like Muhammad Ali. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not that Deion went to Colorado so niggas hate him, because like I say, we watch the shit. You know what I'm saying? And niggas still support Jackson State too. But the overall shit is, like I say, why I look to celebrities is because what he did was so monumental because of who he was. So if we gonna get another motherfucker in that position, it needs to be somebody of that ilk, of that status. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. For me personally, I would disagree with that. I feel as though we need to start finding out who these what's the word? Not advocates.
Activists.
But we need to find out who these activists are, who are literally dedicating their life to these subjects and putting them on the pedestal.
I was speaking to a head coach position. Like let's just, OBJ is nowhere near retirement time, but a person like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Like when y'all be saying Ed Reed and shit, yeah, he was, but that he wasn't in the media. Like he's not like him outside of football like that. Deion was him outside of football. So I'm speaking to that.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel as though this process can only be effective?
Hey, I'm about to hop up off here, my boys.
You good.
All right, Brody. Love you. Appreciate
you. Safe, King.
I love that, boys. Step in.
So do you feel as though that this process can only be as or effective with somebody who has that level of status?
If we're talking about TV time and shit like that, yes, that's a big part of it. That's why it was so major when he came. Because they're getting new TV content. People don't want to shit. Honestly, people don't want to even just see the players. They want to see Deion too.
Right.
So the media aspect is a huge part of it as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't think the Ed Reed shit went through all the way. You know what I'm saying? Or like when there's been black coaches at other HBCUs and shit that have been former football players. They don't have the stain that Deion had. And that's also why it was looked at like that.
And I 100% agree with you and understand that. But with that being said, so we can all agree that there's only a handful of people, if that has the same status that Deion has, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, Deion's not coming back to Jackson
State. Wait, time out. No. That's
right.
No, I disagree with that.
What?
No. Like you said, there's only
not
a handful.
that many people.
No, you said there's a handful. I'm saying there's more than a handful.
But listen, let me
Deion's status. Let me come and do the same thing that he did.
Yes. Let me ask y'all this, bro.
Such as motherfucking. Let me think of a good person.
While you think about
Mike Vick. Mike Vick. Mike Vick.
No, like you're talking about, bro. You know what the fuck he mean, bro. At the end of the day, bro, like niggas love Cordell Stewart for what he did on the football field, bro. But no one outside of football fans know who Cordell Stewart is.
No, I know that. My point was, there's only a handful of people.
Are activists not celebrities?
Let me finish.
Are they not celebrities? Political leaders? People that are at the forefront of media? They're celebrities too. Whether we want to look at it as not, bro.
Such as who?
Joe Biden is a fucking celebrity. Donald Trump was a celebrity. Like, literally, if you're at the forefront of the national media, bro, you are. Al Sharpton is a celebrity. So Jesse Jackson is a celebrity, bro. Even though they're reverends and they're deacons,
hold on.
They're still celebrities,
okay,
bro.
So with that being said, going back to my point, why don't we make the new school, the fucking Al Sharptons, all them niggas, back then, they had to go find them to make them celebrities. So what I'm saying is, in today's time,
make the right niggas celebrities?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Stop looking at these niggas who clearly don't give a fuck about this community shit, and start looking at the niggas who do and hyping.
But I'm gonna look at you though if you say, "Hey, I fuck with the community." Though.
That's what this is, though, bro. What we're saying right now is for the next generation of the successful people coming up know not to do what they did. Right. That's what we're doing. We're not focusing on them. We're just using this as an example for the ones that we're teaching to come up. And let me ask you this: have you ever been on a farm?
Yeah.
How many dogs does it take to gather up the sheep and herdle them back in the cage? One. Mm-hmm. People are sheep, and they follow the leader. Everyone's not designed to be a leader. You got to understand that. Right. Everyone has a role and shit like that. There's certain people that's ordained to be in certain positions, bro. You can't.
So why don't I go find that dog specializing in rounding up sheep instead of finding a dog who doesn't do that? But just because to make him do that.
But you still have to perform. You could be great at something, but hard work doesn't win with hard. You know that fucking saying, bro.
But also too, it's different if I go buy a dog that has a sign above it that says specializes in rounding up sheep, and then when I buy that motherfucker, that bitch don't do nothing. That's the difference.
But again, though, that's a good. And that's
you know what I'm saying. You sold the dog as the sheep.
That's where the disconnect is. Again, for me personally, nothing I heard from Deion gave me this powerful feeling that y'all are expressing to me that he was going to be at Jackson State.
You gotta do your homework.
What you mean? We just
no. Bro, that was a clip. That was one clip after a year. If you're not on, if you can't have this really argument, bro. If you haven't followed the Twitter page, if you're not subscribed to the whole shit that they do on YouTube, the way that he was intertwined, the way that he talked to the students on campus, the way that he interacted with administration on campus, bro.
Like, okay, wait, real quick. Did you watch the I Am Athlete interview with him on it?
Yes, bro.
Okay, so with
that's later.
So hold on. So this was after he left. So if on the interview he's saying, I only left prematurely because of something that the school did, why are we portraying him to be in the mindset of, hey, I'm telling these people I'm going to do something for y'all? But you know, I know damn well I'm not.
But you know what that's
not the energy.
But you know what
doesn't happen.
But you know what that. But you know what that. But you also know what that statement. You know what that statement. You know what that statement does, though, bro. You know what that statement does, though, bro? It just feeds and perpetuates the already stereotypes about HBCUs, nigga. Like,
what do you mean?
Everyone knows it's underfunded. Everyone knows it's embezzlement. Everyone knows that the structure of HBCUs is tarnished.
You can know that. That's not an unknown fact. You can know that this is the hood and this is fucking struggle comes from the hood. If I get shot, you don't know how bad the struggle is until you in that motherfucker. But at the end of the day, if I get shot in the hood, I'm not gonna be surprised because I know what goes on in the hood.
Right,
bro.
Whether you told me about it or not,
you get shot. That shit will make you get the fuck out of town, will it?
No.
So we didn't.
Hold
on.
No.
So we didn't go through an experience where something similar like that happened. Niggas got the fuck out of town.
But I did it. Hold on. I'm built for it.
So that's my point.
I'm sorry. I'm not running from the grind.
You will not look at them people that ran. You will not look at them people that got the fuck out of town and blame them for getting the fuck out of town.
No, but I sure
you won't do that.
But I sure did. Say them niggas know. Fuck that. Because at the end of the day, I sure did let them know how that shit hurt my feelings. Niggas knew, but I can forgive, and that's part of healing. That's part of growing. You're entitled to do what you want to do, but that don't mean it make it right.
No, facts. I can tell you.
I fuck with your analogy, but it's still different because what you living in that town for? What was the mission in that town? Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if we pull up to a town, nigga, matter of fact, we can go to the motherfucking Martin Luther King movement, nigga, where he was pulling up the towns and this was happening. Now I'm going to towns with my niggas. Niggas is getting shot. Niggas is getting hoes. Is you going back home or is you staying and we going through the whole South?
Nigga. Trey got his ass at the car, but was his homies
is you staying that car? Are you going back home?
Why his ass got out the car?
We can understand. You a bitch.
Like, facts.
Okay.
But that don't make you wrong, though. You just not built for this.
Right.
That's okay.
Okay.
So don't act like it. Come on. You know the one thing you hate. You know one thing you hate growing up is a motherfucker that pretend to be something they not. Okay. Don't pretend to be
my nigga Trey thought he was gonna go with my fault. My nigga Trey thought he was gonna go over there and ride on somebody. He got in that car and shit got a little.
But think about it.
Never mind.
Think about it.
This order too tall.
Think about it though. When those niggas start getting hosed down and they probably wanted to start going back home, and Martin, he understood it. But do you think he still wanted them to stay?
You can want
that. Do you think he felt like yo?
Again,
but do you
think
he did? You don't think he told them yo? They're gonna hose y'all and shit. But for the importance of what we're trying to do, y'all have to stay and not fight back.
That's a fact. And I'm not saying that y'all are wrong for your opinion, or your perspective on.
You're just saying we can't be mad at motherfuckers who.
It's my I don't want to say mad. Like just the simple fact of you're wrong. Like we have difference in opinion.
So you're saying I can't say that you're wrong for. Right. I
don't fuck with what you did. But like I can, and this is my own thing. It's a situation where on the flip side you can say I understand. Yeah. So like if you can understand it, then it's like it's hard for me to be like.
No, I can understand it, but you're wrong. The same way, nigga, I got in a fight in school, and nigga, when I came home, I didn't really get in that much trouble because my mom said I understand it, but you're not supposed to fight in school. You could have waited till after. So you were wrong for fighting in school, but I understand because if a nigga hit you, you're supposed to hit him back. So that's what I'm saying. You can understand something and it still be wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like I understand niggas, but nigga, you're wrong for how you moving because you even said yourself. That's what I'm saying. That I get what you're saying, but you're even kind of agreeing with it. We're both agreeing in a sense because you're saying you understand that being community based is the right thing to do, but you can understand why Deion did what he did. But if you know that being community-based is the right thing to do, that means that you know what he did is the wrong thing. You understand it, but it is the wrong thing because you in your heart said this is the right thing. So the same way, but the same way you're saying like you can't say something is wrong. If that's the case, then you can't say what you're doing is the right way to do things. And the way I stand on my shit, I feel this is the right way. So because my moral compass of this is the right way of things, I can look at you and say that's wrong.
And that's the disconnect between me and you. Mm-hmm. I may feel as though the way I'm doing it is the right way for me, but does that mean it's the right way for everybody across the board? No.
Right.
So with that being said, if you disagree or agree with what I'm doing, cool. That's neither here nor there. But I'm like, you might think I'm wrong, but you can't tell me I'm wrong. Though.
Right. But then I would have to get into technicalities of why do I feel like what you're doing is wrong? And to me, that will really prove why it's wrong or not. If we really put on paper the benefits and the pros and cons of Deion going to Colorado and leaving HBCU, and let's just say I don't even know what it is, but let's just say the cons supremely outweighed the pros. And as black people, our whole shit is equaling out the playing field. As people, as humans.
But that's not everybody.
I know. No. I'm not speaking to that yet. I'm just saying. I'm not speaking to that.
Nigga,
I'm just saying.
It ain't fucking
we know
everybody.
it's not. I'm just saying on paper, if we looking at the pros and cons of how does this benefit the black community, and the cons is supremely outweighing the pros. Even though I understand why he did what he did, I can look at it on paper and say that's wrong.
Okay,
that's wrong, gang. That's wrong, gang. That's wrong. Like, that's wrong. Especially knowing what you yourself came from. That's wrong. You feel me? Like, and a motherfucker can have something in their head that justifies it and makes it understandable, which that I even do. I have a justifiable and understandable reason why he did it. That's why I'm not even arguing what you're saying. I'm not arguing the point of assuming. I'm just saying
He didn't do what you think is morally right, so because of that, he's wrong.
Yes, but I understand him as a man.
I get you.
Yeah,
I get that.
That's
but
all.
My thing is like, would I have done that, or do I fuck with your decision? No.
Now, but also,
are you wrong? I can't say that because again, I understand your perspective. And
he wouldn't be wrong if he was white. But like I say, when you're black, you have something to live for. So everyone is born. We're born with the mission that whether you want it or not, this is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie. And with that being said, like I think for me too, I got tired of holding people accountable.
Yeah.
That don't give two fucks about that subject.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
How you feel about? But it's funny because how you feel about this topic and Deion is how I feel towards rappers. Like we have this debate, and I'll be going this in on rappers. Like, yo, why do niggas look to them for you know what I'm saying type shit? So I get where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I have that stain with rappers is because rappers don't come out saying that they're gonna be a healthy, positive influence. They come out on the bullshit. Deion came out fucking saying
what he was gonna
do.
Like
that's why it's just it blows me. And Jay-Z, I'm gonna let him slide. He don't even necessarily talk about it, but his moves, every one of his moves is something black that involves white people.
Type shit.
Or a super major white institution. The NFL, the NBA, he deals for the biggest companies and tries to infuse
for y'all.
Yeah, like nah, like so don't tell me and show me these things and then move
in a different
manner.
You're not a solid man. As a man, that ain't
That's
solid.
not,
and I ain't we do gotta get ready to wrap this up. So let's get to our closing points because
we went.
Kim just stepped up the room.
Yeah, he said.
So I ain't gonna lie. I do want to say this though. I definitely agree with y'all, motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I feel
the same way. Nah, man, that's why you good for this because I be doing the same shit.
No, it's beautiful, bro. And at the end of the day, like we said though, we're all arguing the same message. Nobody's wrong because at the end of the day, the main point is getting to the same goal. You know what I'm saying? And I might yell, scream, holler, pound tables. These my day one niggas, so they used to this. They understand that it's just all passion and energy. And sometimes these niggas really know how to. They know how to say the right things that just going. Oh my God, you made me want to get out of my skin, bro. I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we hear, man. We here to shed light and positivity. And at the end of the day, whether people make good decisions or wrong decisions, you know, you can always hold accountable, but always move through, you know, peace. You know what I'm saying? And part of resilience is forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? So we can forgive our brothers and sisters who sometimes make decisions that in the long run abandon the cause. But it's okay because, like I said, tomorrow is a new day to be better than who you was yesterday.
Facts. And I ultimately don't blame you, like I said, because I know it was systematic factors in place that made you think like that. So I'm gonna give you grace, my brother. But don't come over this bitch thinking you finna run that.
All I'm saying is, like, we've been in a position for too long where we now know better. So it's time to do better, bro. Right. And don't let it go over your head too. They like to put everything in black and white, bro. But civil rights, Jim Crow was not that long ago, bro.
Right.
And history only repeats yourself with ignorance.
Right.
So you gotta understand why this is vital and important. We're just gonna resurface in a new system, bro. We just in digital chains now.
Facts, man. Vision without a plan is merely sight.
Come on. Come on.
And that's episode 67. Playworld Radio.
Man. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure y'all follow the page Playworld.radio. If you watch right now, hit that subscribe button.
Road to 1,000.
You feel me? 969 gained 3 subscribers while we was on here.
Appreciate
type shit. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Playworld.visions. Follow the page. __. What's your shit?
Papa.Hodge.
Squally Productions. What else? What other pages?
It's Blue God Squally. Dreamwave.
Dreamwave.
Yeah, all that. Just tap into
it. Tap in, man. Appreciate you came rocking out with us, man. Cheers. And Deion, we love you too, nigga.
Send some tickets, nigga. Send some tickets. Now, I talk this shit to your face, but you know, I told them, bro.
I talk some shit to your kids, have your whole team go back to Jackson
I hope
State.
you got some dogs on that line, nigga, cause y'all
niggas get in that locker room, send your whole team back to Jackson State with a speech.
Don't be playing that theme music and losing, nigga, alright? You gonna take that culture with you, you better represent. I hope you got some dogs on that interior line, nigga. Cause niggas couldn't stop a cold. It looked like COVID. What pandemic in that defense over there, nigga?
Sure, nigga.
Shit was niggas was
Did
doing
all that
everything
just to
up there,
fucking
bro.
lose, nigga.
Come on, man. Travis need help, man. Come on. They do got some skill. They be all right, man. Love is love, man.
Got that black quarterback out there getting fucked up in front of all them white people.
Come on, we had everybody doing this shit there.
It's not good.
Everybody doing this shit there.
It's not good look, man. But all right, Kim, you can get us up out of here, man. We out
man.
Playworld Radio.
Yes, but I ain't gonna lie, Colorado was ugly as shit though. Like, why did you go there?